For the best company in town that does this sort of stuff, Collier & Thompson is the one to look for. They've got almost everything, and it's all right there in-house. No need to go to 5 or 8 different places to remodel one room. With Collier & Thompson, the countertops, appliances, lighting, flooring, hardware, plumbing, electric, you name it, it is all right there in-house. They will take absolutely great care of you. Collier & Thompson on Manchester and Baldwin, next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Collier & Thompson, come home to quality. Online at collierandthompson.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here with Seth Goldcamp of Design Air Heating and Cooling, and I have been a long-time Design Air client. What separates you guys from everybody else?
It's becoming more common for companies to just get their foot in the door. They try to come up with different ways to upsell. They try to see how much they can make off of a customer as opposed to, hey, we're in there to do a service. We're going to do it well. We're going to do it for a fair price.
I don't know how many emails I have received from our listeners who experience the incredible customer service Design Air Heating and Cooling provides. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling, online at designairservice.com.
Hi, this is Chris Pondoff from Illinois Recovery Center. As someone who battled alcoholism and addiction for 20 plus years, I understand the dark places you can find yourself stuck in. Alcoholism and substance abuse takes a heavy toll on your body and your mind, but you can overcome it. Start your journey to recovery at the Illinois Recovery Center, a rehab treatment center that provides comprehensive and customized rehabilitation addiction treatment. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, please know that there is hope. Visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com today.
Thinking about selling your home, but not thrilled about going public? Check out Compass's Private Exclusives with Jeff Lotman. With Private Exclusives, your home is shown to a select group of serious buyers. No public listing, no days on market, just real offers from real people. Their network connects you with top agents and qualified buyers, so your home gets the attention it deserves, without all the fuss. Selling your home can be simple and stress-free with Compass Private Exclusives, because your home is special. Call Jeff Lotman, your Compass agent today to find out more, or visit the Lotman Group online at JEFFLOTTMANN.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan, and I am here right now with James Carlton of the Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency. I made the switch to start working with you, James. It couldn't have been easier to make that switch to start saving money.
Well, I appreciate that, Tim, and we appreciate your business. Yeah, this is the time to save money. My goodness, we're all feeling it at the grocery store, at the gas pump, etc. So if you've noticed that your insurance rate has gone up, I want to stress how easy it is to get a proposal from us by going online at carltoninsurance.net.
Carlton State Farm Insurance Agency online at carltoninsurance.net.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
After a serious car accident, people have two questions. Why me and what now? Well, no one knows why you, but I'm Terry Crouppen, and my law firm Brown & Crouppen sure can help with the what now. Car repairs, medical bills, lost wages, pain and suffering. We're Brown & Crouppen, and we've got all those answers. All you have to do is call 222-2222.
Ready to step your game up to the next level? 5P Academy is the place for any high-level 8 to 18-year-old football player. Based in O'Fallon, Missouri, we have national travel, 7-on-7, and flag football teams with professional coaches. Pre-registration for our 2025 season tryouts in November is open now. Come be a part of the championship-winning 5P family. For more details, email info@5pacademy.com or call Dustin at 314-440-8457.
Hey you, it's Dr. Pryor. If your mouth's been getting more action from late night pizza than it has from a toothbrush, it's time to come see me. At 100 West Dental, we know how to clean up your act and your smile. Whether it's overdue cleanings, a chipped tooth from a wild weekend, or just getting that fresh, I'm definitely not hungover grin, we got you covered. Look, we know you're not shy, so why shy away from getting your teeth right? Book your free consultation at 100westdental.com and let's give you something to smile about. Because hey, you deserve to be as smooth as Tim's golf swing.
Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. KPN TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA all day. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Brown & Crouppen Morning After on KPN TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to TMA. It's presented to you by Brown & Crouppen. Welcome to the Munganess St. Louis Acura, Munganess Burkhardt, Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Just call in. Let's just talk.
Okay.
I just want to talk with people.
All right.
636-9004 TMA Callier and Thompson phone lines. All right, who's up, Chairman?
Okay.
What girl?
Beans, call in, please.
No one home.
Thank you. Tail, call in.
We're just going to mail it in again today.
Bow!
Think of anything, we just sit back and wait. Okay. I mean, we're going to respond to the queries of a very interested public.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially the ladies.
All right.
A curious listening base.
It's funny, I don't hear any Cardinal haters anymore.
No. We've won 4 in a row. This thing ain't over yet. Nice. We can still finish over 500.
Farm, sugar, 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 sugar. Farm, sugar, sugar.
This club's in second place.
Farm. Are they really?
Yes.
What?
9 out. Now there's only 4 to play, so it's going to be tough.
Well, if they can just get hot, though.
If we can just get hot, we can finish out with 8 wins in a row. And then we won't have to make any changes at all for next year.
Well, speaking of which, Doug, did you get a chance to read this morning in The Athletic from Kenny Rosen? That's what you say, Kenny Rosenthal.
I don't say Kenny.
Is that the managers on facing the most scrutiny this offseason? Yeah.
No.
It's interesting, I'll say that.
Who do you think is number 1? I know you like a guessing game.
Ollie Marmol.
No. Spin.
Can I have initials, please?
DR.
D. Don Rogers? Don Rogers is going to get the boot?
No, I think he's safe.
Is it Derek Robinson?
Nope. It's not Derek Robinson.
Second letter, first name.
A.
Yeah, it's Dan Rosinski.
Zipchinski?
Yeah.
Give him the team. He probably still won't get it, guess.
A third letter, first name, please.
V.
V. David Bell. He's already been fired.
Yeah,
Good article.
No, but they're still scrutinizing him.
Oh. Dave Rogers.
Nope.
Dave
That was really
Roberts.
Close. There you go.
That's right.
The Dodgers are going to win their division. He's going to get fired.
Well, they have the best record in baseball, but the manager that's going to get the most scrutiny this offseason is, in fact, the manager of the best team in baseball. It's difficult to imagine the Dodgers blaming Roberts for the organization's inability to keep pitchers healthy, especially when upper management passed on chances to scapegoat him for their division series losses in 2019, 2022, and 2023. Since becoming manager in 2015, Roberts has led the Dodgers to 8 NL West titles in 9 years and a 106-win season the year they finished second.
It's unbelievable.
I'm reading this, and it's not satire.
And he's in trouble, but Marmol is okay.
The team entering Wednesday had won 51 more regular season games than its nearest competitor, as well as the 2020 World Series. Blowing a 4-game lead to the Padres with 8 to play would have placed Roberts in jeopardy, but the Dodgers can clinch the NL West with a win this evening. A third straight upset defeat in the NLDS, however, is still possible. And such an outcome might compel President of Baseball Operations Andrew Friedman to make a change. Roberts, who's 52, is under contract through next season, which raises another question. If the Dodgers keep him, would they sign him to another extension or allow him to start 2025 as a lame duck? The way I see the game right now is if you finish in first place, you're a lame duck. If you finish in last place, you get an extension.
Right, as it should be.
Thank you.
I think managing the regular season is a much better test of a manager than a couple games in the postseason. You don't know what's going to happen in a couple-game postseason.
I can tell you what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks. We're going to scrutinize a bullpen move that we didn't know anything about the pitcher up until that day, and then call that guy out and give takes.
Right, it's likely to happen. But to guide a team through the pitfalls of a 6-month regular season and to get them in first place again with a whole bunch of people injured again, that's a better managerial job than 1 or 2 pitching changes in a playoff game, in my estimation.
What about getting through the dog days?
This fella got through the dog days just fine.
Yeah, the weather in Los Angeles is brutal. All right, who do you think is second on the list?
Oh, Ali Marmol.
No. Spin, sugar,
initials, please.
A.B.
Abe Bronson.
Aaron
Baker?
Nope.
Boomer Kingsley?
Nope.
No, that's not an A.B. Second letter, first name, please.
A.
Oh, Aaron Brzezinski.
No.
Aaron Buckingham?
No. He's safe.
Third letter, first name.
R.
So it is Aaron. Second letter, second name.
O.
Aaron Booker.
No.
Aaron Bohemia. Aaron Boog. Aaron Boog? He got a job? Third letter. Third letter, second name.
O.
Aaron Booker. Aaron Booker. Aaron Booker Munn. Aaron, fourth letter, please.
N.
Aaron Boone. See, that was easy. Very, very easy.
So the manager with the best record in baseball is number 1 on the scrutiny list. The manager with the best record in the American League is second on the list.
It sounds like somebody's writing an article just to try to crowdsource.
This is Ken Rosenthal.
Yeah, I think.
Jackson, is this crowdsourcing or is this more engagement farm?
I guess that's what it is. It's engagement.
The Ali Marmol one is like not confusing. It's just
Ali Marmol one. What are you talking about? I've gone Dave Roberts and Aaron Boone.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Never mind. Good stuff, Ken.
He's gone the two biggest markets with maybe the 2 best teams in baseball and claiming their manager's in trouble.
Well, I don't think
that's not engagement farming.
I don't think he's explicitly saying that they are on the hot seat. They're just facing scrutiny. Like the Yankees, like short of a World Series, probably face scrutiny no matter what. I don't know about the Dodgers.
Well, almost everybody does.
But
no matter who gets in, when you lose, you go, oh, man, we could have won that. It's on the manager.
Right, but like if the Guardians don't win the World Series, I don't think people are like calling for heads. Whereas when the Yankees don't win the World Series, there's probably a good contingent of bleacher creatures who
I like that, bleacher creatures.
Well, I don't think it matters what the bleacher creatures say. It matters what the front office says.
It matters if we give it credence, and that's
don't.
What
All right,
chosen to do.
Who's number 3?
Oh, let me see who's got the next best record.
Isn't everybody under scrutiny at some point at the end of the year?
Yeah.
You're
But
like Craig Counsell's probably safe.
scrutinizing what you've done.
Phillies have got a good team. I guess their manager's got to go.
You want Thompson out.
Yeah.
No, the answer is the manager of the team with the best record in baseball last year and 104 wins. That's Brian Snitker is number 3.
Oh, sure. What's he done lately?
Team so riddled by injuries, the fact they're still in it is crazy.
So Brian Snitker is 3. He's under contract through 2025. The problem is they're not going to finish in last place, so he's probably not going to get an extension.
Right. Yeah, he screwed the pooch on that
He's really
one.
in trouble now. He's got a team good enough not to finish in last place, and they didn't win the whole thing, so he's got to be canned.
That's right. Doug, then you get to Rocco Baldelli and what Rocco Baldelli is doing this year in Minnesota.
Okay, and they kind of fell apart here at the end. So clearly he's got to get them.
So you want
I
him-
would fire them all.
You want them all gone?
I think, yeah, all 30 skippers need to be fired and just scramble them and pick names out of a hat to see who manages your club.
I thought I heard a Tom Izzo job. Was that what I was here? Calipari, Rigatoni, Marinara.
The key is you got to get it in there correctly, or else what's the point?
Calipari, Izzo, and if Patino was in here, we're talking Italian special. We're talking rigatoni, marinara.
He said Rocco Baldelli. I felt an obligation to the audience.
All right.
Thank you. Skip Schumacher has already announced he's not coming back, but he's 4th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I get the set right there.
Yeah.
What that told me was, all right, this is garbage we're reading.
It is garbage you're reading.
Now I pay to subscribe to it, though.
Well, nonetheless, he was told he's got to come up with something. So I know what I'll do. I'll claim the best managers in baseball are on the hot seat. That'll get it stirred up. That'll get people in St. Louis reading the article.
Now here's one that might make sense if you don't understand things. Last place manager, Pittsburgh Pirates, Derek Shelton.
Mm-hmm.
He's after Roberts, Boone, and Snitker. Then you get to Derek Shelton.
And he's got a fraction of the talent those other skippers have. Fraction of it.
Now, scrutinizing means you call the manager and you scrutinize what he's done. Can you imagine that meeting? Skip, we're going to talk about the season. I already quit. Yeah, but we're going to scrutinize you anyway. Let's talk about the season. I've quit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if we can talk.
I expect he just wouldn't show up.
It makes no sense.
Unless he has to get the rest of the money on his contract. In which case, you'd sit there and get yourself berated.
Yeah, and that's a cock?
Billy Napier's kind of doing that right now.
He's just getting berated?
He's kind of sitting on the Davenport, but he's got $26 million on the other side of the rainbow.
Next on the list, John Schneider, Blue Jays, Grady Sizemore, Chicago White Sox. He took over about 3 weeks ago. But it is scrutiny season. Bud Black, who you ranked as one of your hottest managers in baseball last week, which was kind of a surprising
I think
thing.
the only one
Jackson's
on
got a
the
thing for older men.
Certain older men. Not all older men.
You're interested in a May, December gay romance?
Clip that off.
No, it's not even like sexual. It's just just being there, in a fatherly way. and I feel like Bud Black embodies that, along with Lindy Ruff, Retief Goosen.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, he's thought this through.
Listen, people always say like the young generation doesn't respect their elders. I'm doing that and then. So.
And you want to sleep with him?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
But after Bud Black, we get to Ollie Marmol, 10th on the list, Doug. Here is what Kenny Rosenthal had to say. Marmol appears safe in part because John Mozeliak plans to return for one more year.
Really?
I just don't understand how you get to, like, call your shot. Tommy, here's the deal. I know times are tough, but I'm going to do another 10 years. Oh, okay. Just let us know. Mozeliak is not going to hire a new manager 1 year before owner Bill DeWitt Jr. installs a new front office. The next head of baseball operations should get to make that choice. The Cardinals narrowly will avoid losing records in back-to-back full seasons for the first time since 1958 and 59. Their issues, however, run far deeper than Marmol, who led the team to 93 wins in 2022, his first season. His contract runs through 2026. He'll get at least one more shot, and there it is. Now, Brian Snitker led the team to 104 wins in 2023. However, he is in trouble.
Gotta go.
Ollie Marmol, 93 wins in 2022. Last place finish in 2023. And then hovering around 500 in 2024. He's good to go because Mozeliak has announced that he's staying through the end of next year.
Right.
We're living in exciting times.
But overall, I feel pretty good about where the club is. Obviously,
Well, Fowler is established. That was the end of that sentence, right?
No, this actually was said in 2024.
Well, I don't know what they pay Marmol. Has that come
Not
out?
enough.
Is it $1 million, maybe $2 million, or something like that?
I think the extension was, $4 million was the extension.
Just let's crowdsource a little.
I suppose it's possible that they don't want to eat that salary and then have to pay it. So it's all about saving another couple million.
That's right. Rowdy Tellez.
Rowdy Tellez is going to manage the club?
He was let go by the Pirates yesterday before they played their game, and he was 4 plate appearances away from a $200,000 bonus.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Because the Pirates, they don't have $200,000 to give.
I wonder if his agent got on the horn on that one.
Certainly made sure that they were making the rounds yesterday.
They just outright released him?
Gone.
Well, these players do get paid outrageous sums of money. Outrageous sums. It seems kind of cruel on the part of the owners. But if you're going to finish in dead last place and you continue to have to pay players millions of dollars a year and maybe you're not bringing it in,
I like to see that contract.
things like that happen.
If that contract states that you have to have plate appearances, and if it's in writing says with our team. And I like to see another team pick them up and let them get 4 plate appearances just to cost the Pirates some money.
Well, I think that other team would probably owe him the money because they would be taking his contract.
No, the Pirates said, we'll give you the money if you get this many plate appearances.
But you'd have to accept his contract, I think, wouldn't you? In order for him to get that deal.
No, I think if he's released, don't you just sign him to whatever you want? He's basically a free agent.
But then he still wouldn't get those plate appearances with the Pirate under that contract.
What I'm saying, if it says...
I know what you're saying, but under that particular contract, he wouldn't be getting those plate appearances. He'd be under a second contract.
That's right. I just think that sucks. I know you're cheap ass, but come on.
Yeah. Well, when salaries have gotten to where they are, that's the kind of things that are going to happen.
Just
listening and learning.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm walking next door, and I'm going to hold these Zephyrs accountable. Also, I saw Ollie at the Pools fundraiser, and he's wearing his hat backwards like Gangster Pete.
No.
Fire him just for that. And every time I see Jackson, he looks at me like I'm a snack. Hashtag Peepaw. That's from Chairman Steve in Wildwood, Doug the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Year 2023.
Well, how often do you see Steve?
I haven't seen Steve in a good long while.
Yeah,
Probably.
but when you see him, he looks like a snack to you, doesn't he?
He's a good dude, man. He's you can see.
This guy likes older men.
He really does.
I don't know. I love colors.
You like to be taken care of?
If
By a zaddy?
If I had my druthers. Well, I'm always looking for wisdom. That's why I like hanging around with you guys.
Thank you. Doug, we're full of wisdom.
I'd say. Probably last time I saw him was the Fan Page Club Championship. We played together, walked together.
Do you like a manager who wears his hat backwards?
Doesn't bother me. I think wearing your hat backwards, forwards, whatever.
Is that a fundraiser at his pool?
Chairman Steve, did you have a fundraiser at your pool?
Pool
636-9004-TMA. Maybe it was at Steve's pool, though.
Yeah, that makes
You don't
sense.
know that it wasn't.
That makes sense.
Call in Callie Thompson phone lines. Are the phone lines loaded up, ladies?
I assume they are. We'll get to them when we're done opining on these subjects.
Thank you. 636-9004-TMA. Text in Schaefer Door Company. Text inbox 314-881-TMA5 and email in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. And be a friend of the proverbial feather. You like that? A friend of the proverbial?
Proverbial feather. Seems a little wordy. I guess getting back to Rowdy Tellez, which is what's on everyone's mind today.
Right.
Is the bigger issue is what it tells players that they try to sign in the future.
That's exactly what Ben Sherrington was asked yesterday when he was being held accountable for this thing. And he says, no, I'm not concerned about free agents at all coming forward. Probably because he knows he's about to lose his job, and real free agents don't necessarily go to Pittsburgh anyway.
Yeah.
And he was probably told, if you don't come in under budget, you don't get your bonus.
You think it was bonus season?
Could be.
Yeah, if you were like a good player and you got signed there free agent, you'd be like 45% of their total payroll. No thanks.
Yeah. Nah, they can't do that.
But gorgeous ballpark and great uniforms.
I'm still surprised that contracts being what they are, that you can just release a player under contract and not be held to the terms of the contract.
Well, they are. They have to pay the salary, but he doesn't hit the bonus.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a dirty pool. And in principle, it's just obviously so wrong. I mean, but that's that organization. You know what I mean?
Right.
They've had a lot of success over the last 3-4 decades.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, they put together, what was it, 22 straight losing seasons?
John Candelaria.
Yet some of
Candyman.
some of the best talent, pitching wise at least, in Major League Baseball over the past decade has played for Pittsburgh at one point.
They just let him go.
Top Golf. Also, I saw Polo, the Spanish broadcaster. He is a fan of my mic drops. It's Chairman Stephen Wildwood.
Okay.
I venture to guess that Polo does listen to 101. I was thinking our show, but
no.
Polo's on HD2.
His drops are on ESPN.
Yeah.
Pale, are me and Ash too young for you? We'll gape and peg. That's from the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves.
I guess it's high time for me to nip this in the bud. I'm not looking for an older gentleman to quasi-adopt me or take care of me or even sleep with me.
Oh.
I'm just saying, in terms of if you're asking me to rank certain coaches, certain managers, I might skew a touch older. But correlation doesn't mean causation.
I think people were stunned by Lindy Ruff being ranked as your hottest NHL coach.
I think it's easier.
Jamie Rivers says he was uncomfortable and had to pull over.
I think it's easier to absorb if you know that I learned all of these people and their existence 25 seconds before I said them on the air. So it was a real just kind of glance over, Papa, Lindy Ruff.
Were you surprised to hear that there are actually motorists on our highways pulling over to the side of the road to get over some of the things that you said?
As long as no accidents happen, at least I created a little buzz.
Chairman Steve says, yeah, right, but I don't know what he's saying yeah, right to.
This is, again, he's fresh off of something where he refused to give us context, and then he continues to do it.
You ever have any Karens text in that show?
Yes.
Bitching about, in this day and age, you shouldn't be talking about people's looks.
No.
A gentleman has just sent in a picture of himself enjoying a glass of wine and says, tell Berkey that I'm 55.
Oh, God.
The ghost gerbil.
He looks well-traveled. Kind of looks like Anthony Bourdain.
So you're interested?
I mean...
Wow, this is happening.
Gosh.
Hey, you can't
How's your best gal going to feel about this?
She knows the deal.
Wow.
I mean, look at this guy. This is a handsome cat. Is he drinking beer or wine? Who knows?
Christmas. So now this show has become a dating site for you?
No.
Where men in their 50s and some seniors send in their pictures to see if you're interested?
Can you imagine?
That's what the show has become?
Not by design.
Stock tips and swinger bulletin board, and now May December romances between gentlemen.
We get so many gay texts in this show, it's rubbing off on them.
It's bound to happen.
No, I just...
The floodgates have been opened.
I'm more just trying to pump up the tires of the older generation.
Oh, yeah?
There's a lot of people trying to tear them down, not me.
Tell Berkey I'm 34, and this gentleman has sent in a picture where he's positioned a can of beer to make it look like it's his ween, and that's from 0 days since yanking it to Pitbull.
This shirt is filthy.
It is. There's some stains.
No
It's
thanks.
almost like he's in the hospital.
I think he's in a hotel room in Osaka.
Doug, is he in a hotel room in Osaka?
Very well could be.
He emailed in yesterday. He had that exfoliating mask on. I think.
That's right. That was horrifying.
Do you like your older gentleman to be pretty?
If I had my druthers. I prefer more like ruggedly handsome.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I didn't think we'd get off on this subject.
No, I just wanted to
Here
do
we
this
are.
managers
Yeah.
with the best records.
I know. Gotta go.
Gotta go topic. And alas, here we are. Active in the YouTube chat, too. 188 Friends of the Feather have gathered to watch Chairman Kurt speak Spanish in there.
Yeah, just this is a kind of a Duolingo type of show.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Huh. Well, could you give us a Spanish sentence on the firing of really good managers?
Ali tiene que ir. Ali's got to go.
Wow, how about that?
Boy, you got a lot in that R.
He just conjugated right on your ass.
He really did. He dunked on me.
How about this, Jackson? Here's support from Too Fat to Kayak. Skelly is fire. Jackson, Chris Pelican running 40-yard sprints on the Palazzo Casino floor and then disappearing because, quote, there's too much heat at the bar. Tremendous.
Yeah, that was what's that, TMA Classic Mix. That's the third volume of TMA Classic Mix where that's discussed. That played before today's
I believe
program.
I was the witness of that.
Mhm.
I don't know when that was.
And they were trying to kick you out for videotaping in the hallways or on the casino floor.
Oh, you're not allowed to video on the...
I'm just going off of the...
It probably was like 10 years ago.
The audio, and but there was also some guy skateboarding in the casino, and that was allowed, but you couldn't videotape.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like I had a grievance.
Well, it does seem dangerous to have people running sprints in the casino.
You made that point in the moment that random track events just can't.
You're a
pop
man
up.
of principle. Whether it be 2014 or 2024, the principle remains the same.
Well, how'd you like to be 70 years old and walking through a casino and have some 30-year-old guy running full speed and slam into you?
Are you ruggedly handsome? Because then I might help you up.
Oh. Well, I don't know. But no one was injured, I'm guessing.
No, but I remember Pelican lumbering while he was sprinting through the Palazzo. And
It wasn't fast?
with the benefit of hindsight, I can see why security may have caught that on the eye in the sky and gone, okay, we need to tend to this situation.
Yeah.
Usually when people are sprinting in their adult life, it's not a good thing. You're either running away from something or running to something.
You've
Neither
just
way.
stolen something.
Yeah, people don't sprint once they get over like 25.
Yeah.
Why were you guys doing a show in Vegas?
I think I was just out there playing in the World Series of Poker, and I guess Pelican happened to be there. I don't know. Did you recall? I haven't listened to the segment, so I have no idea. Is there context explained as to...
You were out there, Pelican was out there, and then you were back on the show during and having this discussion, so it was probably a week since you had been back.
Maybe Pelican and I vacationed together. It's
Maybe.
possible.
I think you saw him there. I think that was the...
What are the chances?
He could have slipped you a Mickey Finn and you forgot all about it.
That means he's been inside of me.
Add to the list.
Yep, that's right. Long list. Hey, Munganess sponsors a 7 o'clock hour. They're online at stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. My wife's car is out there right now, Doug. Get new tires and new rims. 22-inch rims.
Oh, gosh.
22-inch rims.
They sound like nice rims.
They are. stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. That's where you can go shopping for new or pre-owned vehicles. And if you need to get your car serviced like we are doing this week with my wife's car, work with Ryan Seiberg in the service department. They set up a secret number to go directly to them, 314-252-0029. I connected Flip Wilson with Jamie Burkhardt yesterday. What an honor to connect two gentlemen.
Sure.
Two world leaders is what I felt like I was doing, making an introduction. Mr. Roosevelt, here is Mr. Churchill. That's what I said.
Right. Same stature, both gentlemen.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Although Jamie Burkhardt could run a country.
I think he could.
Yeah.
Runs a hell of a dealership. That's
Sure
what I know.
does.
stlouisacura.com and altontoyota.com. It's Munganess, sponsor of our 7 o'clock hour here on TMA. Doug, we have a title sponsor. The title sponsor says, yeah, we want to do it for another year. They re-upped and they said, let's do it. Brown and Crouppen, Jack.
That's fantastic. Business as well going good at Brown and Crouppen. That's because they are the best in St. Louis. And if you have a potential personal injury case, Brown and Crouppen is the first name you think of. Terry Crouppen, Andy Crouppen, Ed Herman, they're at the top of the law firm, founded here in 1979. It's also grown into one of the largest personal injury firms in the Midwest now. It's more than 250 legal professionals. You need justice, that's where you go. You call Brown and Crouppen at 314-222-2222. First, you give them a call, you get that free evaluation. If they decide to take the case, they work on a contingency basis, no upfront costs at all to you. If you don't get paid, they don't get paid. They won more than $1 billion in compensation for their clients. They have superior legal services, and they value that client service as well. Their clients are like their friends, and they know their way around the St. Louis local environment. They know all the other lawyers, and they know the judges. They know how the courts work. This is the firm you want on your side when you've got a problem. So if you think you may need Brown and Crouppen, call them at 314-222-2222, or you go to brownandcrouppen.com and make sure you let them know you heard about it. Here on TMA, the choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising. Past results are no guarantee of future results, and every case is different and must be judged on its own accord.
There it is. Get involved on the program. Call in Callier and Thompson phone line 636-9004-TMA. Text in Schaefer Door Company. Text inbox 314-881-TMA5 and email in for the design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day. Jackson and I will not be here tomorrow, vacationing in the Hamptons together.
Oh, really?
And I'm excited about that. We have never been able to just get away, the two of us.
You count as his older man fantasy?
I guess so. I mean, I'm 20 years your senior.
We're going sailing, lobster rolls on the sailboat.
You're not going to sail.
In the Hamptons,
You got a quarter against the wind?
Yeah. We're going to bring lobster rolls.
And Chairman Kurt says, give me the ball. And Chairman Kurt will be running the board and running point.
Okay. He's doing both. Great.
And producing.
And he's not even an employee of Hubbard. He's an employee of Sound Story.
How great is that?
That is great, isn't it?
Tell me I don't have the best job in radio.
Yeah. And you talked it over with Marshy Marsh. Jackson's more peer to his age anyway, gentleman caller. And he's going to be in. Marshy Marsh and the Playful Posse.
Yep, secured Marsh yesterday.
I like that. Secured him.
He's another gentleman caller?
I just think I've just established that he's an objectively handsome man. I don't think there's anyone who would deny that.
Yeah, Doug.
But he calls on you?
He sometimes texts upon me.
Does he?
But more for like, what do you think about like Brady Cook over 24 rushing yards? I'm like, well, they count sacks, so you might want to be careful.
Yeah.
Liv may be in as well.
Oh, wow.
TBD?
Well, we're too short.
What's she going to do, sit back here?
Well, she can sit here, and I can sit over there with the other mic, because since we got two guys short.
You say she may be here, or she is coming?
She needs to find out if she has to fill in on the KC Morning Show first.
Oh.
If she doesn't fill in on the KC Morning Show, she said she'd come in.
Okay.
Sounds similar to when Jay was asked to be on Pepper and Genie and said I might have a phone call.
I might have a phone call.
I guess we could all say that in any situation.
That's a good out.
You might have a phone call.
I might have a phone call coming.
Yeah. Could be a scam, but it's a phone call nonetheless. Could be somebody trying to sell you aluminum siding, but it's a phone call.
Either way, it sounds like a fun program tomorrow. Marshy and possibly Liz.
So Chairman's in your chair, Doug's in his chair, Marshy Marsh and the Playful Posse here, Liv in Iggy's chair, and Iggy in the empty chair. Is that
a full house?
Is that the lineup?
Huh.
It's a full house.
A full boat.
Only because there's nobody back in KG's studio. We still will have 5 people.
Right. But all in one room.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can sit in the Cook studio. I don't care.
Oh, gosh.
People need you in here.
I assume there'll be enough oxygen in the room. We don't need to pump in air, do we?
No, all right.
Okay.
Pump.
Well, it'll be a grand old time.
Mr. Lick says he's on standby, so he is actually in play
He's
tomorrow?
coming too. Yeah, I invited him to come in.
So you invited him, Iggy invited Liv, and Chairman invited Marsh.
Was this prom? We're just bringing somebody?
Bring a +1 to work, Dave.
Bring your coworker to your dumb morning show.
Well, I had asked Liv before I knew Marshy Marsh was coming in, so. And then she got back to me. I was going to say, screw it, you don't need to come in. Hey, if you want to come in, come in.
Okay.
I'd say the more the merrier.
Lots of stipulations toward Iggy's request for Liv to join the show. Sounds like a grandma sitch. That's from 0 days since yanking it to Pitbull. I don't understand.
There's no stipulations.
What's
you
a
want,
grandma?
You want to fill in on the show Friday? I may have to do the KC show, but if I don't, I'll gladly come in. So.
Oh, the grandma sitches. Grandma might die.
It's so nice when you guys explain the text to me.
Because sometimes when you had the girl next door,
grandmothers
pass. Would die by the dozens.
You said it was cordwood?
They would be floating down the Mississippi like so much cordwood.
Well, it doesn't fit into this
there
scenario.
So many bodies.
Marshy Marsh is coming in, and when has Liv ever said she doesn't want to come in? Every time she's been asked to come in, she's come in. So it's not like she hates coming in here. I better make up an excuse. So you don't know the people that work here, so when you make those assumptions, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is in reference to, but Mr. Lick says that was the most passive-aggressive comment by Iggy I've ever heard. But what was passive-aggressive, Mr. Lick? I don't understand.
Just that we need some context.
Yeah, and that's what I'm losing out on. Doug explains the text to me.
It's
like a decoder ring. I like to hit on that Marshy Marsh. He'd be a bull and my master. Tim, shall we add him to the list? That's the recovering alcoholic from Belleville and Webster Groves. God, there's going to be a lot of guys in that bedroom.
Go ahead, Doug.
He said he'd be a bull in the master? Is that a bull in the master bedroom?
I believe so.
I believe we're calling it the primary bedroom these days. Hello.
Thank you.
Marshy's a big hockey guy, though, and I know the recovering alcoholic loves the puck. So I'm sure that's a big bonus for him and his wife.
Yeah.
Iggy is working overtime to not be in studio tomorrow so he can spend 3 hours smoking. Looking forward to Liv seeing the Speedo pic tomorrow from Puff Iggy. That's from glove blogger Tom Traven.
Puff Iggy.
Nice one.
Ouch. That had to hurt a little bit. Puff Iggy.
No, I was probably talking about my jacket.
No, I think they're talking about Puff Daddy and the problems he's got now.
Oh, yeah, I'm really close to what he does. I've had so many big parties.
You ever have a freak fest?
Clip that off.
Freak off.
Oh.
You want to do another take?
You ever have a freak off?
Thank you. Clip that off.
No.
It seems like at times hedonism might have bordered on freak off.
Not with me. Yeah. I've never been with more than 2. His freak offs, I think there are like 50 people in there.
What do you think the biggest group orgy at Hedo has been since you've...
It's a nice question. Like the number?
Yeah, like what's
good question.
What's the number?
I think 3 figures, don't you?
3 figures? Man.
Yeah, I really do.
I don't know.
Probably like quarters, like neighborhoods. Like certain people aren't going to go over to the cellulite corner. Even though I know that's probably more the majority.
No, I walked into the playroom one night. There were 8 people in there.
Playroom.
So the playroom was just covered in seed?
Oh!
I feel like that's the fair fault.
Well, I'm going to when I was there. It's probably not even there anymore, but...
Curtain stiff as a board.
The playroom is where you would go to watch TV. They had a big TV in there, and you go watch TV.
Sounds like prison.
But
what were you watching?
There would also be people over on the couch having sex. I walked in one night to see if some of my group was in there, and there was like 8 people in there, intertwined.
Don't say intertwined. And these were the fluffernutters were in there?
Beachcombers?
I don't know who they were.
There's really a great sitcom lying in like just hedonism, like a workplace comedy at hedonism.
Have to be Netflix.
Yeah, oh yeah.
No, I like that. Maybe we can write that screenplay today. You want to do that, or you want to still do nuclear?
I thought somebody did make a movie down there and it flopped.
Oh, Hanging at Hedo, right?
Yeah, Sherman Helmsley, Judy Tenuta.
Judy Tenuta.
Yeah, I was supposed to be in it.
What do you mean supposed to be? Like it was written in the stars or something?
I was going to be an extra in the fitness room. I had a line. I think I was supposed to get into a fight with the midget.
You were going to take a swing at a small person?
Yeah. He said he was Vern Troyer's cousin, but he really wasn't. Yeah, I just didn't feel like getting up.
Oh, God.
The context is Iggy doesn't like that KG asked Marsh to come in. He made sure that he mentioned that he had already asked Liv, even though she's not confirmed. That's from Shooter McGavin explaining to me and you, Doug, what Mr. Licks means by the most passive-aggressive comment ever.
So we have one listener explaining what another listener
That's
meant
correct.
by passive
Shooter
aggressive.
McGavin.
Yeah, you know a lot about him, and obviously nothing about me.
I'm gaslighting you.
No, if nothing, it was explaining to KG and to the audience that I didn't go behind his back and say, I got a guest too. I just want to let him know that she was coming in, because I texted her before KG texted me and said Marshy Marsh was coming in.
Well, ours has always been the type of program where friends feel they can drop in at any time.
Yeah. Well, we're 2 guys have the day off, and we got 2 people to fill in for 2 guys.
Right.
It's not that uncommon.
No, you're darn tootin'.
Mr. Lick says,
Why am I
thank you, Shooter
explaining
McGavin.
I don't know.
Why am I explaining to these people?
I don't know. I just
We're sitting here again talking about the same things.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know why I have to explain to you people why we have two people in. We may not have two people in. If we do, so what?
No.
My God. You should be happy I'll be off in the corner. You won't have to see me.
Well, can you sit right next to Liv? So you're both on the same
No, I
camera?
will sit. If she comes in, I will be in that corner, Doug, like I am when Ed comes in and when other people come in and I move myself over there. I'm in the Brody chair.
Strode man finna be out of control tomorrow. A hijacker run amok. Also fascinating what he gets off his ass to do on this show. He is so desperate for attention, so obsessed with some of his coworkers. Durka, she wants to be on the show. Durka, hashtag creepy, hashtag free perk, hashtag bringing Henshin. Henshin wants to come in tomorrow.
Yeah. You could be sitting out in the hallway. We wouldn't bring you in.
How about that?
Come on, he'd be welcome.
Colts talk. I mean, a lot of St. Louisans have adopted the Colts.
Right.
If he wants to come do show notes and upload the podcast, I could use that.
Oh, wow.
Sure. Come on in, Henshin.
Ken, you were off all day earlier this week when you didn't talk until 9:44 and no one filled in for you. That's from Chris Rapey.
Oh, gosh.
They're all coming out.
Shots come from every angle.
Yeah. From the Mighty Mox, 50,000 red hot watts.
Hello, Mike.
What's happening? What's up? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm here.
Let's go.
I'm here.
You got to go. Let's go. Talk. Hello?
Mike?
Yes, go. Go talk.
Hey, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Hello?
cut him off.
Mike?
Yes, go. Would you start speaking?
Yes, I will.
I apologize that we had to get a Reader's Digest version, but we didn't have a lot of time. Leo in Jersey, what's up, Leo?
Yeah, to get to Leo.
We didn't have much time, but we're going to go to another caller who's going to drone out about some nonsense. Because again, 5 hours.
I'd like to be really nervous about calling in the first time and the host just immediately begins berating you.
Because we'll have that same issue where we say hello and the person doesn't get it or there's a little delay. And then imagine if we just dropped every week, we'd have no callers.
Yeah, and sometimes I immediately start yelling at
Yeah, well, that's good stuff, though.
Yeah.
Guys, did Perk ghost you guys like every other woman associated with this show besides Caller Ellen? It's from the Hunchback of Von Castle. It's not true. We have a pure lesbian in Brooklyn who's an 85-pound firefighter.
Right.
And then we have the Baldwin beer bitch.
Right.
And our reigning listener of the month is a woman.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, why don't you give us one name of a woman who's ghosted us?
Yep.
Lisa Ann.
Give us two names of women who ghosted us.
No, she didn't ghost you. She ghosted me and then just decided she didn't want to show up anymore because she got butthurt.
A lot of parallels to this Matthew Sluka situation going on.
Oh, you just did a weave.
I tried.
Doug, Matthew Saluka.
Okay. What can you say about him that hasn't already been said?
Is he one of the managers under scrutiny?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, he is the quarterback of an undefeated team, but Doug, Barry Odom's quarterback says, I'm out.
Yeah.
UNLV was on the road to a dream season, an afterthought for most of their 46-year history in Division I. The Rebels had won their first 3 games of 2024, cracked the national rankings for the first time, and emerged as a dark horse for the newly college football playoffs. And then this week, everything fell apart. It wasn't because of a devastating injury or an off-field scandal, but rather an unprecedented fiasco that could only have happened in this tumultuous new era of college football. Quarterback Matthew Sluka announced Tuesday that he was quitting the UNLV program in order to preserve his NCAA eligibility and switch to a different school for next season. The reason, he says, was that he was promised money he never received. Marcus Cromartie, his agent, told ESPN that an assistant coach verbally offered him $100,000 if Sluka transferred from Holy Cross to UNLV. The deal never materialized, prompting Sluka to walk away while he could still take advantage of rules letting players retain a year of eligibility if they play 4 or fewer games in a season. And so Doug, Barry Odom's team will be without their starting quarterback that had led them to wins over Rock Chalk Jayhawk and Houston. Am I right on that? Is that who they beat? Nurse?
Yeah. Yep.
3-0. Top 25, and maybe getting that 12th seed. Could be coming to Columbia, Missouri to take on the 5-seed Tigers on December 20th. Is that when UNLV and Barry Odom?
I don't know. The schedule's been set. They also lost a running back.
Yeah, he's out too, but he said it had nothing to do with NIL.
Yeah. Well, it's hard to believe. And, the college is saying the opposite thing. That,
Right.
No, we never offered him. It's hard to believe that a player on a team like this, starting quarterback, would leave if he didn't felt like he had really been wronged.
So Carl Reed Jr., you may remember him, former coach of Lutheran North, now with 24/7 Sports, is reporting all financial commitments for UNLV quarterback Matthew Sluka were completely met, but after wins against KU and Houston, Sluka's family hired an agent, and they collectively feel his market value has increased per source.
Okay.
So that's what...
Well, so we have two different conflicting stories.
Right. That is...
I still would think that a quarterback in his position is not going to walk out on his team unless he thinks that he had been wronged.
Yeah, it's tough to tell who's more motivated to say one or the other, because both have financial interest. Or, financial interest.
Well, there's other ways to get money. If you're 3-0 and you're out in Vegas, go have your guy go find a car dealership, do some spots. Luther Burden's all over potato chips.
But he plays in the games if you're no longer playing in the games. Are you saying while you're playing, go get more NIL deals?
Yeah, you're having a good season, and you're the quarterback. Have your agent go out and find you some jobs.
Do you think it's possible that some assistant coach maybe overstepped his bounds and said, "Sure, we'll give you $100,000," and that never got to the?
Well, that's exactly what it
coach?
is. If you read the ESPN article, what I was reading was from the Wall Street Journal this morning, but in the ESPN article last evening, that's exactly what it is, and those are non-binding, and there's no recourse. But his father and his agent had been asking for the money, and they've been told different time frames, and then eventually it got to where we don't have record of it, so it's not going to happen. And then he felt his only measure was, well, then I'm not working. So that's it.
Yeah.
All these NIL deals just, when you come out of the portal, they're just handshake agreements? Don't they have contracts?
They are usually in writing, and that's the issue. This was a verbal agreement, but oftentimes these deals are made verbally.
Yes. And one of the bigger issues, too, is that there's no real policing of it because there's no real set rules. The NCAA can't enforce the rules. It's just kind of the wild, wild west. And something like this has kind of been brewing. Like you would have always felt like something like this could happen. And now that it has, some are theorizing that this could be a domino effect.
Carl Reed's a business partner, the assistant coach at UNLV, serving as the school's mouthpiece. Do more research, pal!
Oh.
It's from Jenny Talia, so there's another female listener.
All I was doing was reading a tweet. I wasn't saying that this is right or wrong. I was just reading a report from somebody who is in the space.
Mm-hmm.
They like that, in the space.
Yeah, I mean, but people can complain and cry all they want.
Oh. Well, if you put yourself in the shoes of the quarterback, you get such a narrow window to play, and here he is on a really good team as a starting quarterback having success. To walk away from that would be a pretty big deal. You'd have to be pretty darn upset and feel cheated to do that, I believe.
Right. Yes, I share your sentiment.
Yeah, I don't think that he would say, hey, I'm having off to a pretty good start. I demand more money. You're not going to give it to me? I quit.
Right.
I don't think that that's a likely scenario.
I agree with you.
Kansas fan Todd Reesing, and former quarterback for that matter, says dude's mid. He shouldn't have beaten KU, and if he didn't, he wouldn't have this leverage. Todd Reesing.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
The dude's mid?
Sup,
Is that what he
Beakers?
said?
That's right. Dude's mid. You don't like that? Dude's mid?
Well, Kansas beat Lindenwood, so they have a leg to stand on.
Would you put it beyond any college to offer a kid something and then pull it away?
No.
I wouldn't either.
No. And because it goes against every competitive instinct you have as an athlete. You don't get to play high Division I football if you don't have a ton of competitive instinct. So to do something like this would go against all that. It's hard for me to believe that you would totally go against all of that just for the sake of a couple $100,000.
UNLV NIL deals equal AM Sports Talk Radio show text-in prizes. It's from Doug's Prison Wallet, our social media correspondent.
There's a parallel there. 100,000 may not sound like a lot in the world of sports, but if you're a 21 or 22-year-old kid who maybe didn't come from a lot of money, that's a boatload of money.
I totally get that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't blame
100K in college? Holy crap.
If he was told that he was supposed to get this much money and he didn't get anywhere near it.
He's received $12,000.
Right. And if he was promised 100, would you, if a place you worked at offered you $100,000 and paid you $12,000 at the end of the year, would you then return to work on Monday?
Shot at 1380 the woman.
Right.
I've done it quite a bit.
Well, they would give you the check, right? But there wouldn't be enough money in the account. So they tried.
Well, it was always a race to the bank, and Doug finds that to be the best video he wants to
Oh, yeah, just a scramble, like at the start of a NASCAR race. You're trying to get to the bank quickest.
Like bumper cars in the parking lot.
But you're missing the point of that last text, Berkey. You read the message from caller Reed from a single point of view. You didn't present the fact that he had a conflicting interest. His messaging was supporting the school and not unbiased. That's from the 636.
I was completely unaware of Carl Reed's affiliation to the UNLV, if he does in fact have one. That would seem like that would be ethically a problem to be involved with that, and then also reporting on national college football stories. So maybe I don't believe that he has the connection or is the mouthpiece. I don't know, though. No. I was just simply reading a tweet.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Come on, Jackson, he expects you to be following UNLV football all year, knowing what's going on.
I wasn't. I was just presenting information that is out there. It has 7.2 million views on Twitter. I'm not talking to you, Eggs. I'm talking to who is this from?
That was just 636.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're a senior quarterback and they're telling you you're probably not going to be an NFL quarterback, this is your last chance to make any money in football. And if he were to play the rest of the season and not get any more than his $12,000, that's probably going to be about it for him. So now he can redshirt and play somewhere else and maybe at least get that $100,000 or more somewhere else next year. Yeah. Can't blame him for what he's done.
Yeah.
I share your opinion on that. It also speaks to, from a big picture standpoint, the absolute anarchy that exists in college football right now.
Right.
Because this is what goes on most of the time when big-time recruits go to campuses. This is what's going on in Florida, Gainesville, with Billy Napier. They're promised, but if it's not documented in some form of a contract, then what recourse do you have? But, I mean, how many 17-year-olds have counsel with them ready to draw up a document? You know what I mean? And so that's the spot that you get in. And also, respectfully to, the UNLV quarterback, he was a senior with 1 year of eligibility coming from Holy Cross. I mean, that isn't exactly, Drew Pine going from Notre Dame to Arizona State to Missouri. It's a different level. And to his credit, he's the quarterback of an undefeated team. But I don't know if UNLV's success is, geared around him like, the Jackson Dart, Iggy's recent crush. Am I correct?
Yeah.
At Ole Miss.
Yeah, you would think if they're 3-0, they make the top 25, they got a chance to do something special, they would go to a booster and said, hey, we got to get this kid his money. We promised it. We can't come up with it. We need some money. Find a booster to pay the kid.
They probably called his bluff and say, he'll never leave.
Jenny Talia has sent in a screenshot. So they guy that is reporting the UNLV quarterback for more money out of the blue is listed as a PR point of contact for the UNLV football coach on Instagram. Seems legit. But that's not Carl Reed. Unless, is it? Oh, okay. I see that the offensive coordinator, UNLV football, the go-go offense designer of Contact Clutch Sports, and my guy, Coach Reed Live. Is that Carl Reed?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rob Cassidy wrote that. So the guy reporting that UNLV, so what his whole contention is that he asked for more money. And that is why UNLV backed away. And that is absolutely the opposite of what the UNLV quarterback and his father is saying. They were told they were going to get $100,000, and then they only got 12 of it.
Mm-hmm. But these conflicting reports just underscore the madness of this. And what's the truth? You're going to get two different stories. Where's the truth?
And the one story about he's asking for more money is coming from somebody who's tied into UNLV.
I being friends with the offensive coordinator, I don't know if that equates to the same thing. I don't know. I think that might be a stretch.
Well, couldn't they avoid these problems in the future just by putting all NIL promises and agreements in writing?
If I was the player, I would really want it in writing.
I saw Gabe writing about this yesterday, and he said it is... he's heard many a story in which a player has a big game and then wants more money. So, now that's not to say that that's what's going on in Las Vegas, but...
That happens with this show as well.
That's correct.
We have a good take, we go in and demand some more money.
I walk into Tommy and I say, hey...
It just emails you an MP3 file. You mind taking a listen? I think you'll know where the steps go next.
Maybe you didn't tier Jackson's list of the 4 hottest NHL coaches.
We're going to need another 1.9 million large.
That's correct.
That's right.
Cash, please. Thank you.
And they're usually agreeable to it.
I love it. More UNLV chatter, please. That's from Patrick at Immaculata.
Okay,
He loves.
Pat.
What do you got against Jerry Tarkanian?
Talk the shark.
He's no longer with us, is he?
He passed away, and they lit up the strip for him.
Yeah.
Or they turned down the lights on the strip for him, actually, I think, for a
And
period of time.
he would chew on a towel during games.
That's right.
Were you old enough to see any of that, Jackson?
No, but of course he's featured in Winning Time.
He is. They tried to hire him.
So after I saw that, I went and looked at his history, and it was good text. It was a good text to read.
Why is Jackson bending over backwards to defend UNLV's side of the story? It's from Mr. Lick. Sounds like he thinks that there's something going on. Are you on UNLV's payroll?
Not engaging in this nonsense.
Jackson.
You're just going to shut him out?
Jackson read a tweet.
Thank
All
you.
he did.
Thank you.
My God.
Trying to provide a little bit more information.
I'm glad these young men are having such formative experiences as college athletes. It's from Arbor Day.
Yeah. They're getting a lesson in business as they move forward in life.
Probably the best lesson you can get.
Yeah. Get it in writing.
Well, it's better than what it used to be. They used to take them to strip clubs and get hookers for them. Now they just pay them.
Jackson, if you would have lost to Vanderbilt, would you have said should have, would have, could have? If you watched the KU games all the way through, you would know we had 2 bad beats. But like it would have been a bad beat with the missed field goal versus Vandy that was probably made, like your host has said. It's from Todd Reesing.
Difference is Mizzou didn't lose to Vandy.
Think about that, Doug.
You can complain about bad beats all you want.
Yeah.
The team's 1 and 2.
You're pretty much fed up with the listeners right now, aren't you?
No, that take made no like.
Okay.
They didn't lose to Vandy, so
No.
undefeated number 11 team in the country. That's the difference.
Yeah.
You can have bad beats all you want.
Okay.
If they result in losses,
All right.
then that's that.
Okay. Let it go.
I'm good.
At least Mizzou doesn't have to worry about Brady Cook opting out after a big performance. Bring on the Drew Piner. I'm tired of it. It's from Doug's Prison while it's social media correspondent.
I don't suppose any team has ever, well, I shouldn't say ever, any team. I imagine it would be extremely rare for any team to change quarterbacks in the middle of a 4-0 season when he was perhaps the best player you had last year.
Oh, do we have that sound? We played the interview sound. But Randy Carricker asked him about the quarterback situation.
I can pull it
If
up.
it's going to put you on the spot, I don't want to do that. Here's what I can do. I can talk about Design Air.
Okay.
And they're online at designairservice.com. Doug, we got temperatures back up into the mid-80s, I see now in the forecast for next week. Not in the near future.
Good.
Is this Hurricane Helene making its way up that's going to hit us with all this rain over the next 2 days?
We might get a little dash. My son Greg Vaughn is stuck in Atlanta.
He's in Atlanta?
Spent the night in the Atlanta airport.
What, did he drive up?
No, flew from Tampa to Atlanta.
He was able to get out. Wow.
Trying to get to Kansas City.
Bachelor party?
Wedding.
It's like a Hurricane 5 now, isn't it?
It's a Category 5?
I mean, they think it could get, right now it's a 4. They said it could get to a 5.
Wow.
Could be the worst one of the year so far.
How about that? Yeah, so when I see the models for where that hurricane's going, it comes up through. Doug, you ever heard the term Big Bend in Florida?
I've been hearing it all week.
Yeah. How about that? Big
Never heard
Bend.
it
The Big
before.
Bend where the panhandle goes into the peninsula? Big Bend.
Starting right up there by Apalachicola.
I like that.
Dips all the way down to Sop Choppy.
And then it's going to start heading north through Tallahassee, Nate Tallahassee, and then it's going to start heading west. And then St. Louis gets a little
Taste
precipitation.
Of the tail. Would you rather deal with the winter we get or with a possible hurricane about 3 or 4 times a year?
I'll tell you, from some friends who have lived down there, it's just a period of anxiety.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And so we kind of know it's no good, but the anxiety actually caused some friends of mine who lived in one of the Keys. Doug, is it Alamorada?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah, and they moved back up because the hurricane situation. It wasn't necessarily that it would get hit by it. It's just like you see one coming up, and you're like, is it going to the Gulf? It's going to stay on the Atlantic coast.
And it's not just Florida. I mean, Louisiana gets hit. North Carolina seems to get hit a lot.
The Outer Banks.
Georgia gets nailed.
No.
I'd rather put up with a hurricane than 0-degree weather.
I think I would too. Hunker down, batten down the hatches
Take
for a
my
couple of
chances.
days.
If it's going to be that bad, I'll just fly somewhere for a couple of weeks.
Well, you
Craig
try.
Vaughn.
Yeah, that's not always easy either.
Design Air is online at designairservice.com, but the temperatures are going back up next week. If you run into an issue with your, next Thursday, 85 degrees. If you run into an issue with your HVAC, Go to designairservice.com and you work with Seth Goldcamp. Doug's a client. Iggy's a client. I'm a client. Hey, why don't you become a client as well? Design Air Heating and Cooling. Online at designairservice.com, official HVAC provider of TMA and the Tim McKernan Show podcast. New episode out. Jackson, what is it called?
Jackson is torqued and Tim is a soft cow.
Nah, that's a good one. That's a good one. So that's up now for your listening play. A lot of topics were covered. It was a smorgasbord. All right, Jackson, do you have the here's Eli Drinkwitz on 101 ESPN yesterday asked about Brady Cook's stability as the starting quarterback.
Hit the lever, please, Libby Jack.
When you look at his yards, I think he's 5th or 6th in the SEC. You know, there's some plays out there that we all wish that we were making in the past game. But we haven't found a complete rhythm yet offensively. But the outside noise relating to him right now is ridiculous. People need to have their minds checked. And anybody who is suggesting that there's an issue at the quarterback position is insane, in my opinion. Like, Brady Cook is an unbelievable player. He didn't put us in jeopardy. He didn't throw an interception in the last 2 weeks. And if he had, we wouldn't win those games. Can he play better? Absolutely, just like I can coach better. But to point fingers right now, our fans need to have a reality check on that stuff.
Yeah, there were some people booing him. I heard people in my section screaming,
I heard it
Brady
too.
Cook sucks.
I also think they might have been booing the play calling, actually, but who knows?
Yeah. It's a tough business.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. Terry Bollea, Hulk Hogan. You'll get a verdict in 9 days. There's no choice. There's no more important game on the schedule than you already knew that kind of going in, but considering that it looks like Missouri's best win this year would be, I guess, one of possibly 4, and none of them are really going to blow you away, at least as way things Boston College, A&M, Oklahoma, or South Carolina, unless they were to win in Tuscaloosa, you best get to College Station and get that passing game going.
Yeah. Either the Tigers are so back, or the expectations just will not match the reality of the season.
I would think, barring injury, he's a quarterback the entire year.
Yes.
If he continues to play like he's playing right now, they'll never take him out.
Well, if he continues to play like he's playing right now, they won't win at A&M.
Yeah,
definitely won't win in Tuscaloosa. Won't beat Oklahoma.
No.
Could have trouble in South Carolina. If he plays to what he was last year, sky's the limit. Because everything else, by and large, is working.
I just think they have to get it going.
Right.
And then if you look at the numbers, Gabe had this in his column this week. He's been under pressure fewer than, I think, only 2 quarterbacks in the SEC, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what's
Milroe's
frustrating.
been more. So the kind of the thing about the blocking, that's not been an issue in the passing game. So I don't know.
I just wish they'd open up the field a little bit and throw deep.
Yeah.
They got these great receivers, and they don't use them to their best ability, I don't believe.
Especially when you have a running back who can net you 6 yards on first down. When you have 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3, air it out. You already have short yardage situation for 3rd down. Air it out on those short 2nd down plays. Go on quarterback design run on 1st down. Just no good. Or 2nd down. Yeah. Get rid of those.
Sharon Clayton is not happy with the conversation.
No.
You can't come back to your home after it's been flooded. I own a home on Sanibel Island that was hit by Ian 2 years ago. It's way more than a temporary inconvenience. Took a year and a half to fix our home. It's awful, the devastation. Don't make light of these storms and the aftermath. It's way more than walking away for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That's Sharon, and she's in Clayton.
Well, and you think that you can just, here comes a hurricane, let's leave, but people have jobs. They have kids in school. It's not so easy to just get in your car and drive north for a week, and who knows what you're going to come back to.
Yeah.
I wasn't making light of it. I said, if I had my druthers, would I rather be someplace where he could get hit by a hurricane or in 0-degree weather?
Yeah.
I know you don't just leave for a week and come back and it's all hunky-dory. Maybe you don't get hit by it. Not every hurricane hits you.
No.
I went through 4 of them at Bermuda. We never got really hit that bad. We never had the hurricane exactly hit the island. It kind of skirted it, but...
My 6 years in Miami, we never had one. And then right after I left, they had Hurricane Andrew.
Oh, wow.
Just devastated much of the area just south of Miami.
There are actual
Homestead, Florida.
models right now that Florida over the next about 2.5 weeks is going to be hit by 3 hurricanes.
Ooh.
You have this one, and then there's 2 more coming by October 11th.
Brutal.
But all of that can change, of course. I mean, Helene wasn't even really a force until about 3 days ago, and then they're like, holy crap, the way it's coming up through the Gulf, it's going to just get all of this warm water that's going to fuel it and turn it into where it's heading, which is directly at Tallahassee. And Nate in Tallahassee has been texting in. Doug, he says, Hurricane Helene is headed right for my house. Save me, Doug.
Okay. I'll get down there.
You will get down there?
Mm-hmm.
Are there flights from Lambert directly to Tallahassee this morning?
No, but if I have to walk, I will.
Oh, my God, I like that. Humble brag. That's from Shakira Sanders. Now, what was the humble brag?
Probably Sharon and Clayton.
Home in Sanibel.
Wow. You just can't talk on this show, can you?
You can't have nice things on this show.
No.
You'll be a humble brag.
Yeah. Well, when I was at Siesta Key, when I was vacationing, here's another humble brag. On Siesta Key, the water in the Gulf was remarkably warm. Really warm. It was like walking into a medium warm
Oh, is that
bathtub.
right?
So you can imagine the energy that creates
Yeah.
in a storm, why these storms get so much bigger in the Gulf than when they first arrive in the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. LOL, look at you guys crawdadding now. Doug, what's that mean? That's from the 573
We're
crawdadding.
crawdadding.
Jackson, I feel like, what does that mean?
I have no idea what crawdad, like, is that like squirming? You like crawdad?
What are we squirming over?
Could be.
I'm not riding
Let's
a
look it
Sibian.
up. Let's see what crawdadding is.
Okay.
You ever had a crawdad?
I've not eaten one.
We used to catch them down at Old Warson, down that little lake over the par 3. We'd catch them and take them home and pull their tails off and boil them.
Seems like a lot of work for not a lot of meat.
Yeah, the work isn't much. You're just boiling them, but
I'm talking about the eating process.
Yeah,
you
there's
got
no-
to de-shell it every time.
there's not much to it.
All right.
I get nothing under crawdadding, just pictures of crawdads.
What do you think?
Maybe I ought
Kind
to
of
look
scary
at
looking animals.
Urban Dictionary.
On Urban Dictionary, it says it's a fat kid that enjoys bowling and gay sex.
Is that right?
That's not what we're doing.
Maybe.
Why would you have to be fat?
What does that have to do with crawdads?
There's a lot of people enjoy both.
Crawdads and gay sex?
Gay sex and bowling. You don't need to
Title of
be-
the segment.
You don't need to be fat for that.
Is there any chance Missouri hasn't opened up the playbook yet until they go to Texas A&M? P.S. Doug, I have a hemorrhoid and I'm not sure if I have to poop or not. Your thoughts? That's from Doo-Doo Man.
No.
No.
You don't
The
almost
last
lose
two
to
games-
Vandy and then not open up the playbook.
Boston College the same way. They were one bad play from losing that game too.
Yeah, but the playbook has nothing to do with overthrowing wide open receivers deep.
I think they've absolutely opened the playbook to the fullest extent.
Yeah, you would think.
I don't think they're high. They might.
I would love it if that were the case, for the record.
Right.
I certainly wouldn't have thought that after the Middle Tennessee State game last year. So, hey, the Gulf is so warm because of all the Midwest Hoosier soup that gets left behind from summer vacations to the Panhandle. That's from Jackson's buddy who's in Cape Cod and wealthy, Sweet Sweet Kai.
Oh, okay. Now the Pacific Ocean tends to be very cold. It's hard even to get in the water in California. It's cold.
Yeah.
All the losers in St. Louis, Mr. Licks, can say goodbye to your annual summer vacation spot destination, the Panhandle. Hurricane Helene is going to flood that place like the recovering alcoholic floods Kai's rectum.
Oh, wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
That's the Warson Woods wacko. Mr. Licks
Yeah.
goes to the Panhandle?
38 could take a big hit.
Tallahassee's to the east of 38, though, right?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But not by much. It's in south, east and south.
Yeah, it's down there where it gets 40 degrees in the winter. It's not really Florida.
Tallahassee's not Florida?
The capital.
So,
It's definitely Florida.
Jeff City's the capital of this state.
And that's not Missouri?
Fitting.
You ever go there
Yeah.
on vacation?
I say, boy, I feel like I'm in Missouri.
Would you vacation in Jeff City?
Ozark's right there.
Yeah.
Just drive another half hour.
But I mean just Jeff City proper.
What's there to do?
Tour the capital?
Yeah, I mean, we took a field trip there in the 4th grade.
Well,
didn't have to do school that day, so it was great. 10 out of 10, no notes.
They have nice train trips. Did you take a train there?
No, we took a charter bus.
Oh, my kids took trains to Jeff City.
Huh. No.
I stole a feathered pen from there one time.
Oh, that's
Went to the
something
Capitol.
Hang your hat on?
Yeah, it took us to this, I don't know what building it was in the Capitol, but there are all these tables with the old feathered pens, and yeah, take one.
And you stole it from the state.
Yeah. It's kind of cool.
I have a friend in South Georgia who just installed a $20,000 backup generator for his whole house for hurricanes. They will likely lose power for over a week from Helene. That's Alan Dadeville, and he's got Georgia ties. You know, he loves those Bulldogs. Yeah. I mean, you're in Georgia, and you got the biggest college football game regular season you've had, and there's a good chance that the power in the entire state's going to be wiped out. What about college football games this weekend?
I think Colorado went down early because they're playing, I think, UCF. That sounds right.
Doug, is Colorado taking on?
Because, of course, the UCF is, of course, in the Big 12. Yeah, they play.
They are?
Yes, they play UCF, and so they went down on Wednesday, but that's in Orlando. I have to think that's right in the sweet spot. If it's going to hit Tallahassee, it certainly would hit Orlando.
No, Orlando would
Well, I guess, yeah, if it's coming
east
Gulf.
Tallahassee.
Yeah, you're right. If it's coming from the Gulf, then
I think Orlando's more inland.
Yeah, it is.
It is,
in
for
the middle
sure.
of the state.
And certainly further south.
You talked with your sister?
They're not worried about it yet.
Oh, okay. Crawdadding's backtracking, reneging on a dill, per the movie Tombstone. That's from Slippery Turtle. I thought it was a heavyset boy who liked...
Yeah, we're going with that definition. What Val Kilmer may have or may not have said in Tombstone means nothing to us.
I'll be a huckleberry.
Val Kilmer.
Okay.
It's that tough go of it these past couple of years.
What happened to him?
He's got
illness.
He's
Cancer, right?
Yeah. He can't even speak.
Florida State already left for Dallas, but the marching band couldn't make it. That's Nate in Tallahassee listening through the storm.
Marching band couldn't make it.
Well, they probably leave later.
It's a bad beat.
I know in Tampa, at least, the new houses that are built have to be up off the ground. On the front, there's steps leading up to the front door because they build them up off the ground just because of the floodwaters.
Yeah. I mean, when you move to a state like Florida, you kind of know that something like this is a possibility. Yeah. Same like if you go to Southern California, earthquakes are a very real thing. You're on the fault line.
Wildfires.
Yeah, but you get wonderful weather, but there's a downside to that.
Crawfish defend themselves by going backwards while defending themselves with their claws. Doug said he'd rather suffer a hurricane than 0-degree weather. And then when that text was sent in about the residual effects of such a storm, you all backtracked, crawdadded. I didn't care, I have to be honest with you. And were sympathetic and agreed instead of defending your position. That's what that means. It's a rural Missouri saying. It's from the 573.
Well, I am sympathetic about what people go through for sure. But I'd still rather live in Florida weather than cold weather.
And that's what we said. Where was the sympathy supposed to come from? You think
Sharon and Clayton
think we're happy when they have hurricanes and people get their homes flooded? I just said if you don't know if it's going to hit or not, you just leave for a couple days. You're out of it. Sure, your home may get hit, but trying to save you. Nothing you can do about saving your home.
Jackson.
Can't pick it up and bring it on the plane with you.
Would you spend every Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day at the Lake of the Ozarks for the next 20 years if it guaranteed Missouri winning a national championship in football and basketball? It's
Not even a question, of course.
You would do that. That's a sacrifice for you.
Of course. Now,
would you just stay inside the house to not have associate with the...
What mile marker?
I don't know. I don't.
Graboid arm?
I'd figure it out. I'd find fun, and if it meant the third or fourth thing on my life bucket list to happen, then
you a fisherman guy?
No, not in the slightest. But
you like go-karts?
I love go-karts.
What if you had to put that yellow diaper on and wait around and party Cove all weekend?
Again, this is the end game is a natty in both. But the thing is, I wouldn't want to know when it's going to happen. I want to be
want to be surprised.
I want to be.
No spoiler alert.
Right, like you can say it'll happen in the next 20 years. Just don't tell me exactly when it's going to happen.
What if they won it on the first year, and then you'd have to spend the next 19 down there fishing?
19 years of championship parading, because every time I would go, I'd be filled with the memories of the run, and it would be totally worth it.
Okay.
If you moved to Florida, wouldn't you miss the Armory and getting stuck in the arch elevators? That's from Milagro Tequila Texter of the Year Arbor Day.
Yeah, sure would. Sure enough would.
Dealing with a hurricane from time to time is so much better than dealing with the potential for drive-bys in St. Louis. That's from #TheDogLemming, and he sent in a picture of himself and his wife.
Okay.
That's the dog lemming.
No drive-bys happening in that photo.
Right. Well, there's no crime in Florida. It's crime-free.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Tell that to Miami.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, Tony Montana?
Well, yeah, much of Miami's pretty rough.
Supposed to be a Scarface 2 coming out.
Doug, this was just sent in.
Oh, that's a gentleman. I hope.
Iggy, you see that?
Talking about the nipple?
Yep.
Jesus. Who would
like
do that?
Freshly shorn.
It's a hairy, like there's no hair around like the man breast proper, but the nipple is hairy as a thicket, isn't it?
Oh,
It looks like it's just been shaved.
That's that guy in Japan, isn't it?
Yeah, that's our friend from Osaka.
0 days since yanking at the pit bull.
And that's nothing in regards to nipple hair.
I didn't know that's his nipple.
Yeah, Doug.
How do you know? What else would it be?
How do you know it's his?
And Doug, you can see holes in there.
Holes?
Nipples have holes.
Pores like the rest of your skin?
Stephen Wildwood has just sent in a picture, and it says, here's a picture of my buddies fishing at Grove 23. My neighbor got permission from Luke Bryan to use his fishing poles.
His fishing poles.
The humble brags just keep coming in about this trip.
Guy has a dart in his mouth.
Is that right? I haven't zoomed in. Yeah, he does. And that's Luke Bryan fishing with him?
I guess.
Boy, Noah Khan was there, Ricky Fowler, Justin Thomas, Luke Bryan,
Real
and
Hoosier.
Stephen Wildwood.
Of course, Jordan.
Course for the Hoosiers.
Course for the Hoosiers.
Not exactly Hoosiers. Those are well-heeled Hoosiers.
Hoosiers nonetheless.
I don't know. I think they play to that crowd. You couldn't be a Hoosier and have that kind of success, I don't think.
Sure you can.
I don't know. Who's the biggest Hoosier success out there? John Daly's kind of a Hoosier, right?
Garth Brooks.
Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that other guy.
But they're playing characters for the most part.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Jed Clampett.
Oh, no, he was a Hoosier that did very well.
Oh, he was just a hillbilly.
Well, it's about the same thing.
Stephen Wildwood just issued a clarification. Luke Bryan was not there. The fishing poles were his.
Okay.
There you go.
You can't afford your own fishing pole. Luke, can we please borrow a bamboo fishing pole?
Hey, if you are looking for a new home, I'd like to recommend this gentleman. His name's Jeff Lotman. Watch this. JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Yeah, JEFFLOTTMANN.com. That's Jeff Lotman, Compass Realty. And if you're looking to buy a home, he's got connections in the market. He's been doing it for over 20 years. If you're looking to sell your home, he's got connections through Compass Realty and all of his contacts in the St. Louis area that can take your home to buyers all over. It's JEFFLOTTMANN.com. That's Jeff Lotman of Compass Realty. And you can go online at jefflotman.com and see what he can bring to the table for you, whether you're buying a home or selling a home. You also get that Compass Concierge. Jeff Lotman at JEFFLOTTMANN.com with Compass Concierge. You can take your home buying or selling experience to the next level, whether you're preparing to sell or want to enhance your new space. Compass Concierge has you covered. No upfront cost. Need fresh paint, new carpet, light renovations, home staging. Compass Concierge has you covered. Unlock the exclusive benefits like getting your home market ready without upfront cost, increasing your home's value hassle-free. Ready to elevate your real estate experience? Go to JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Yeah, JEFFLOTTMANN.com. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day. Either a win by Kevin Miller or anybody other than Buck Swope winning. And Kevin Miller has won the month of September.
Oh, gosh.
This guy's live to be the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Year. I think I have to say it.
Most guys hit their prime, late 20s or so.
Yeah.
Here's a guy probably 30 years older than that, at least. He's like the George Blanda of texters. When Blanda was kicking all those field goals at 47, winning games for the Raiders.
Yep.
He's like George Foreman winning the heavyweight title at, 50?
He won it at 50? Is that what he did?
Something like that.
Oof.
Minnie Minoso getting a base hit in the game at 60-something. Did you ever see that video? He's playing for the White Sox.
Minnie Minoso?
Minnie Minoso. He was a really good player in his prime.
Manny Mota.
No, different guy. But he came back and the White Sox gave him an at-bat years ago. I think he was in his 60s. He got a
60s?
I think he might have been. And he got a line drive single to left.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's different like when the Browns put the kid up there to bat, right?
Yeah.
Eddie Goodell. A 60-year-old man got a hit in Major League Baseball?
I'm not sure exactly how old he was. Wow. But the video's out there, and he was quite old.
Did he have to hustle the first if he hit it? If he had worked
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Getting
The rare
sniped?
7-3 put out.
No, he got there. Easy enough.
That's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
See, again, this is why I just love the older generation.
I was in first grade when Miller was in 7th grade. That's from Chairman Steve in Wildwood.
Oh, gosh.
And they both went to what, OLP?
Our Lady of
OLP,
Providence.
that's correct.
Mm-hmm. That's over there by Grant's Farm.
Okay, and that's Our Lady
of Providence.
How about this? Anonymity, please. Tim, currently working on the girlfriend to get those nipple rings, and I think I'm gaining traction too. Doug.
That was sent in just for you.
Yes.
And you're not going to be much good to us for a while, right?
I'm going to excuse myself.
Okay.
Just because this hypothetical girlfriend may or may not be getting nipple rings.
Won't be. But he just thought he'd tell Tim that.
Grove 23 isn't even a top 10 course in a 10-mile radius. That's from the 314. Not happy with Steve's enjoyment of going to Grove 23.
No.
Yeah, but it's owned by Jordan, so that makes it 100 times cooler than any of those top 10 courses.
How about that?
Okay. What's the coolest? Would Augusta National be the coolest place to play in America?
I mean, the number one course is Pine Valley.
Yeah.
Augusta's number 2.
Coolest, I feel like, is different than best.
But I mean, from my standpoint, Augusta National is, I mean, I don't even know if I'll ever be on the grounds of Augusta National, much less get to swing a club there.
That's the mountaintop.
That's like...
it. That's the only thing that's going to get me out of my house. Other than that, I'm good watching everything on television.
Like if you polled, maybe just American, but like polled American golfers, I bet the lion's share of the votes would be like if you could play anywhere in the world, most people would say Augusta.
100%.
And then St. Andrews probably.
St. Andrews.
Probably following that. And I'd go, I think people would say Pebble Beach 3. I think they go Pebble Beach 3.
No, good point. D-Wade got an ace on 17, is that right? Or was it 8? Did he get an ace on...
I don't know.
7? 8? Which one's the really short par 3?
Tim, after this talk about nipple rings, I'm not much good to use either.
Yeah, you're focused on that too.
Yeah.
D-Wade was my first favorite athlete.
How about that, Doug?
Really?
Saw him play the Billikens in 2003 at the Enterprise Center.
He was with Marquette.
Aye.
Now, Tommy O'Toole did tell me if he ever becomes a member at Augusta, he would invite me to play.
Well, now, was that a humble brag right there?
No, I'm just saying that's the only way I'll get to play it.
All right.
Now, media members get picked out of a hat after the Masters, but we can never get a credential.
They still do that?
Fairways
They
and-
used to.
Yeah, Fairways and Greens could never get a credential to go cover the Masters.
You weren't big enough.
Yeah.
Did JT and Ricky play through you, mother effer? Also, whilst eating breakfast, watch MJT off. Take a putter up your ass, 314.
Oh.
That's Stephen Wildwood not happy about the criticism of his enjoyment of his trip to Grove 23.
Couldn't agree more.
Virgin, your list of courses sucks. Thanks, Worson Witwack.
They're not pricey
My list of
enough.
courses including Augusta, St. Andrews, and Pebble Beach.
But he's got a better list than that.
Right.
Algonquin.
I don't think Algonquin measures up to
Pebble
Augusta
Beach.
National or Pebble Beach.
Well, that's where he belongs. That's why I mentioned it.
Okay.
MacArthur and Medalist, which are both a mile away, are much nicer. That's from the 314.
I'm sure
much nicer.
I'm positive there are places that are nicer, maybe not Augusta, but then the aforementioned, the other two. I'm just talking about like what most people, if you were to poll average American golfers, they would probably say those 3 courses by and large.
But no matter what you said, this guy would have said that you're wrong.
Yeah, it's true. That's why you're like my cut man, Doug. Like I go back to the stool after a bout with some of these folks, and you just talk me through it.
Cut me, Mick.
The best course is the one that Tim's playing at that day. It's a mare down.
Gosh, I didn't want to hear that.
He is right, though.
It's family golf.
And Tim has really taken his game to another level.
Was he talking about you there?
Yeah.
Who else would he be talking about?
I
Is there a
don't
better
know.
player in the area?
Not
Tim
named
is
Tim.
taking his game to another level. Who else? What other Tim could it be?
Lincecum.
Tim Lincecum, Cy Young winner 2009.
Yeah, that's current.
Don't waste your time. There's not one.
Thank you, Chairman.
gosh.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Chairman. I love you.
Tim has really taken his game to another level.
And he was talking about Tim's golf game as well.
Was he really?
Not just his radio game.
Yeah.
Because that goes without saying.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that's obvious.
Okay.
Tell Strode I've been to the Master 3 times. My birthday's in January. Doug, give me a pull of that index fingy. That's from Mr.
I
63011.
don't know what that means.
Oh,
Now
you
you're
signed up and you got a ticket. Put your name in a hat and they picked it out and you got to go. Good for you. We could all do that. We could all sign up and see if we get picked. I'm just talking about playing it, not going.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm talking about great courses. It's a nice course, but the views are perfect. Port Royal in Bermuda, where that was my home course when I lived there. We pay like $32 for 18 holes. It's now $210.
Yeah.
$210 to play.
Aren't some of those
holes.
courses down in Branson about that too now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. More than that.
Yeah, I think Top of the Rock
Payne-
is. And
Paynes Valley is in the 4 or 5s.
Oh, God.
now they put like $40 million into it so they could get a PGA Tour event there, but still, to go from $40 to over $200 to play.
My favorite hole on the property.
I saw Jordan play at Abacoa when Bears Club was closed for summer maintenance. That's from Stephen Wildwood's nemesis, just 314.
Abacoa, that's right by where
I know.
Cardinals have
That's a
spring
public
training.
course. You can get on there for, depending on the time of the year.
I doubt he ever played there.
You don't think Jordan played Abacoa?
He's like addicted to golf. He plays 36 a day.
Yeah, but I don't think he'd play Abacoa.
Well, you don't know. He may have played everywhere. Could be a friend say, let's play this one. You
He
know,
comes from meat and potatoes roots.
meat and potatoes.
I remember when Abacoa was like the only thing there.
Yeah.
I hit my 7-iron 178 yards on number 5 at Augusta. That's in the total package.
Yeah, you never played there.
Sick. Those courses are awesome, but have you ever played Legacy in Granite City? That's from Ray King.
I have
And he's
not.
married to a bearded gentleman who nuzzles him at Blues games. Yes, he for sure played Abacoa. That's from the 314 Stephen Wildwood's nemesis, but he doesn't have a name.
How do you know that?
314 call in 636-9004 TMA Collier and Thompson phone lines, and you can discuss it with Iggy. And if you want to talk with Stephen Wildwood, who you're sideways with, you can do that as well.
He's probably played a lot of courses that we.
He has. I just
Didn't
can't see
realize he
Jordan playing public courses.
If this is his only
With some-
option,
with
is either
some hacks from Orlando.
But it's either don't
or
play golf
Jupiter.
or play Abacoa. Like when no matter who you are, billionaire or not, just want to play.
I don't believe there'd ever be a time when the only course you can play that day is Abacoa. He can play wherever he wants. Jordan could call up Augusta and get a member to play with him.
Yeah.
He
Well,
could
this
come
fella
out.
says he saw him.
That's like if he came out here. We can't get on Old Warson. Can't get on Belle Reeve.
Where did Jay Jr.
Let's go
play
out to
with him?
Riverside.
Boone and Old Orson.
Really? Is that right? I'm sure you've heard the segment probably a million times. For some reason, I was thinking Norwood, but
Definitely Old Warson was like he played 2 days with him.
okay.
So the second day was for sure Old Warson. I believe the first was Boone.
Well, God bless. I don't know why I was thinking Norwood. I was going to insta-ship Norwood. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah,
Maybe
I'm
the
sure
first
you've heard
one
the
was
segment
Norwood.
more times than I have.
I'm very confident that Old Warson was the second course they played.
Bears Club's 2 minutes from Abacoa.
Yeah, you can play Bears Club and Abacoa. Where would you play?
You said summer maintenance at Bears Club, though.
Well, we don't know, so there's no reason
No, we don't know.
to out this guy. And what difference does it make if he did? What do we care?
I don't need to be yelled at about it. I just said I can't see him playing Abacoa with all those other courses. He can play
This
wherever he wants.
314 is adamant about Steve's course not being good, as in Jordan's course, Stephen Wildwood's Grove 23, and that he saw Jordan playing Abacoa when Bears Club was closed for summer maintenance. Yes, for sure he played Abacoa. Summer maintenance happens a lot. Bears Club's 2 minutes from Abacoa. That's the 314.
Yeah. Well, just because you said you saw him there, that's probably a lie.
Oh, gosh. But we don't know.
No, we don't know.
And it would have been convenient for him if he lived right there. Oh, we can't play here. We'll just go down the street 2 minutes.
Medalist, all the places you could play there. He's not going to play Abacoa.
You're not going to crawdad on this one, are you?
Crawdad.
No, I'm not going to go gay bowling.
When I was hitting balls, Jordan was telling another member that he only played 4 times in the past month. Grove 23 was closed for a while. I was on the range 3 down from Jordan and 3 down from Freeney in the other direction. It's from Stephen Wildwood, a chairman.
Okay.
Dwight Freeney had the swim move, Doug.
Yes, he did.
Who cares about this BS? It's from Painter Guy.
Who cares about anything? Let's just be
Grove
all
is super
nihilistic.
nice, by the way. I never said it wasn't. That's from the 314 Stephen Wildwood's nemesis.
I like to play the Grove.
He's saying, though, that there are 10 nicer courses in a 10-mile radius.
It's kind of the golf capital of America.
Nothing better than Abacoa, though.
Oh, gosh. You have really dumped on Abacoa today.
What I noticed about like the Florida courses down there is that even the public ones that like everyone just plays is like, nicer than anything we have here.
I can't even remember what the did I tell? I know you haven't been there. I'm looking at you like, I can't even think of the public course in Palm Beach Gardens, and it is. And there are guys who are, professionals, not necessarily tour professionals, but professional golfers who go there to practice.
Yeah.
Their short game area, because the caliber of their little short game area. I can't think what the hell the name of the thing is.
On the West Coast, there's this place called Raptor Bay in Fort Myers that it's like $70 to play, which is pricey, but for Florida, not bad. And it's like you would think it's like a gorgeous, picturesque Florida course, and it's just as a normal public course that they have down there.
Well, the weather's pretty good for growing grass.
Bermuda?
Yeah. What about the cart paths that have, what's it called? The shells are all, the cart paths all shells. You can play off the shells.
Oh, boy. Dangerous for those golf clubs, Roger.
You just got to watch out for gators.
Yeah, Floridians have a real interesting relationship with the gator. They don't seem scared enough of them.
Yeah, well, I guess
Sandhill crane. That's what I was
you,
looking for. Sandhill crane.
If you leave them alone, they usually leave you alone.
For sure.
But that doesn't help if you got small children or
There's a
pets.
golfer, I think it was Jerry Kelly at a Champions Tour event. Just walking by the lake, and there's a big alligator just sitting right on the end of it. He just walked by nonchalantly, took the end of his club, hit him in the tail, and it went flying in the water.
I cut my grass yesterday, PLTD, and listened to this conversation, and here we are. Is this the same Grove conversation? That's from Scuba Linneman.
Pretty much is. We talk about the same things every day.
Well, if he'd stop humble bragging about it, Steve, and sending in his text, we wouldn't talk about it.
Okay. The carts at Grove 23 go about 60 miles an hour. That's from Steve Wildwood.
60. I'd be afraid to fall out.
63011 would love that.
There is a high-quality golfer in the area who listens to this program, Iggy, who...
Berkmeyer?
It's not Skip. I don't think you know this gentleman, but maybe you do. I don't know. Either way.
Bo?
Bo House. Bo's a wonderful player. I think he's around an 8. Said, Jesus, did he just say that out loud? And I said, which part? Playing Augusta with O'Toole.
I'm just going by what he said on the show. I said, now that you're the president of the USGA, chances are you're going to get a membership to Augusta at some point. If you do, can you invite me? He goes, Iggy, if I ever become a member, you're my guest. I'm just going by what he said.
All right.
I mean, it's quite obvious at this point someone is being lied to.
Yeah, he may not take me. I'm just going by what he said. Some golfer that Tim knows and I don't.
I think you would hobnob very well with the leaders of industry down there. Roger Goodell is now a member.
Friend of St. Louis.
Freddie. What up, Ridley?
The chairman. The original chairman. All due respect, Chairman Kurt, Chairman Steve. But those are two great chairmen as well.
Yeah, wonderful chairman.
I know a lot of chairmen, and they're great.
Mao.
That's correct. Need me to salvage this segment with some wifey pics? That's from Shrimply Pibbles.
I've seen enough listeners' wives for 1 week.
You don't want to see any more?
I'll take them.
Just feel like every time I look up, I'm looking at some other listener's wife.
Yeah, well, we got one now who's getting nipple rings. So she's, from my standpoint, the listener of the month.
No.
She's getting my vote.
But we don't even know if she's got them.
Is that
we don't know if it's true, and she's still going to get listeners.
You got my vote. That doesn't mean she has to get 2 other votes in order to win, but that's where my vote is.
And we're going to need proof.
Tim doesn't.
Yeah, I like to think.
Just spark the imagination.
Oh, please, Virgin Raptor Bay's a goat track. That's from Lady Sonia's Teacup.
Okay.
You can't win. You know by now. You can't win.
No, I know. Thank you, Cutman.
O'Toole never said that. You cornered him on the show, and he awkwardly said he would just to be nice to an old man. That's from Scooter.
Yeah, well, I've known Tommy O'Toole for, 30 year So don't act like he was just being nice.
Releasing a nude is a good way to get people talking about you again.
Yeah, look at Chuckles.
Non sequitur by those.
Is this a best of from yesterday? Stay cute. Here comes Cumstein. He's going to score. Mitch Cumstein.
Okay. I like a little play-by-play with the text.
Sandhill cranes are considered to be the ribeyes of the sky. Delicious bird. That's from Crystal City Clam.
Really? A sandhill crane?
Seagull?
You're going to eat cranes?
I have to think that's a tough meat.
Not much meat on there, is it?
Probably gamey as all get out.
It's mostly neck, isn't it?
I don't know. Would you look at a chicken and think, man, that really is good? And yet, it is.
They do a lot in the processing of all that.
I'll put soppins and fixins?
No, just here, chickens, here's some growth hormones, and stick yourself on top of each other, crap all over each other.
Ooh, hot scat play.
No, it's not hot.
Legs break because they're so fat.
I saw a video yesterday. It's I don't know. It had to be like a third world country, but they had this field where they grow their own vegetables and spices and things.
Spices is nice.
And this lady made this, I don't know, some kind of mess that she spread all over these chickens. And they had 5 sticks in the ground. She shoved these chickens, I guess from the cavity, shoved them on these sticks. Then they covered them with buckets. And then they spread like hay and charcoal and all this stuff over this big area and lit it on fire. And then they came back, when the fire was out, they brushed everything off, opened up the buckets. These things were cooked to perfection.
Seems like a lot to go through. Why not just put it in the oven?
I know it was. Well, they probably didn't have an oven. Said it was a third world country. They were cooking everything outside. But you would think, just cover it with a bucket, and the fire wasn't even actually under the chicken. It was around it.
Boy, it sucks to be a chicken.
I wouldn't try that, but just...
David, how about a little Popeye's chicken? That good for your golf swing?
It could
what
be.
some people in those countries have to go through to make food.
Jackson, you're doing great. Stay golden, pony boy. That's some Scott Sprinkled Ballsack, but not his wife.
Thank you. I'm chilling.
Why would Popeye's fried chicken be good for your golf swing?
I think it would be the opposite. First, you get the grease on your hands, and now you're full of fried chicken.
And it's spicy. So you're going to have hot mouth.
They have spicy and then a non-spicy option. Popeye's delicious.
You guys talking about country clubs? That's cool. I got a story about eating birds from a bucket. That's from Flip Wilson.
I didn't eat them. I said I saw a video. Why don't you pick
What the hell are you talking about?
chicken?
No matter where you go, you can get chicken. Lots of it. Every grocery store stacked high with chicken. Every restaurant has chicken. How many chickens die a day in this country to provide food for us? It's got to be 1 million a day.
Think so? Really?
It's got to be close to.
Yeah, I would think you'd run out of chickens and cows and something. At a certain point, people eat so much meat and chicken, you'd run out of them. They can't keep growing them and killing them that quickly.
Well, they don't plant chickens.
202 million every day.
202 million
Doggy
chickens?
over.
Is that worldwide or in America?
We don't need the chipmunk sounds while you log.
And how long does it take for a chicken to hatch and grow up to be big enough to eat?
That's what,
6.
That's what the growth hormones are all about, to speed up that process.
They circumvent that right quick.
140,000 every minute.
Holy moly.
And that's just America?
I'm looking. I don't know.
Look,
Look on Tiger Board.
How many chickens do you think you've eaten in your lifetime?
That's a good question.
Because I eat the same thing damn near every day.
Chickadee-dee.
Trickle-deedle-dee from Metabolic Meals.
If you eat meat, chicken's probably the meat you eat the most frequently.
Right. You can probably estimate a decent number if you think you eat one a day or
probably one a
5
week.
a week.
One a week. One whole chicken.
I eat chicken more than once a week.
I know, but you don't have a whole bird every day.
This is worldwide.
Okay. 202 million worldwide. That's still a ton.
Yeah.
I don't understand the family pack thing at Schnucks.
Put that off.
I like chicken thighs because I fry them. So you can get a 4-pack of chicken thighs.
Sure.
And they're like $9. Then you get the family pack of about 15 chicken thighs for $10. Well, obviously you want to get the 10-pack.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you differentiate price? The more you buy, will only charge you $1 more for 6 more thighs. They can't be that expensive then if you're charging $9 for 4.
So buy the family pack.
I can't eat that much chicken.
Call him Bill
topic last week for 15 minutes, you talked about the expiration dates of milk and chicken.
How about you freeze the other pieces? Or cook it and save it for a few days later?
Yeah, then I forget about it. I forget it's in there. Like I bought that rotisserie chicken, put it in the refrigerator, and forgot about it a week later. It's still in there.
Gosh.
Doug, the 314 is back. Not to belabor the point, but Bears Club is basically across the street from Abacoa. Yes, Jordan plays at Abacoa on rare occasions when Bears Club is doing summer maintenance for many years.
Again, with this, how do you know that? again, you have no clue. Hey, Jordan here today? I'll come back tomorrow. Here today? I'll come back tomorrow. Ah, there he is.
Shimply Pibbles has sent in a picture, but it's not of his wife. It's of data on chicken deaths.
Damn. 9 billion chickens a year for America?
9 billion.
Oh, my God.
And we're only about, 350 million people?
A little less, I think.
I don't know.
Like
There's a lot of sex going on.
Amen.
The chickens have to have sex to get pregnant. They just lay eggs.
What do you think?
No, it's immaculate conception.
What do you think?
The angel Gabriel.
Well, they could just every so often lay eggs.
They do.
What's the catalyst?
I guess they could be artificially inseminated.
Right.
Otherwise, the
Well, that's
roosters
my
are going to
point.
be awfully busy.
So like another chicken beats off in a lab, and then they put the little
The
test
rooster.
tube in.
Be a rooster.
Yeah. But I mean, I know you're anti-lesbian.
How would you even you got to think of the wings, Doug. How would you really grip it,
Yeah, think about that.
You probably have
Grip the
to use
little
your
ween.
talons on the feet.
Okay.
Nightmare fuel.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Is Ziggy just now discovering the concept of buying in bulk? Someone tell him about Costco. I think his head might explode. That's some daddy be cooking.
Yeah, I just don't understand it. How? Yeah, we'll give you 4 for $9, but you get 8 more or 10 more. We'll only charge you $1 for those. Why don't you just charge me $1 for 10 chickens?
They want to get rid of the product.
Yeah, every once in a while they do that. I bought some chicken last week, and I was ready to cook it the next day, and I saw it expired 4 days before that. You sold me expired chicken.
Oh, that's why it was cheap.
No, I don't buy that stuff. Sometimes it says, manager special.
Yeah.
It expired 3 days ago. Take your chances. No, it's green. I don't think so.
I never see green chicken in the stores.
No, meat.
Or green meat.
Bill.
Different color.
No, they're pretty careful not to do that. Otherwise, you get a situation like what Boar's Head's going through right now.
Right.
Throw a Boar's Head. I buy their meat all the time.
Is that listeria season?
Yeah. There's been
something wrong
9
with
or
it?
10 people have died.
That's it. I'll see you boys next week. Can't do another remedial economics lecture with Ken. This must be what it's like to go to Vianney. That's from Arbor Day. He's gone.
Wow.
And I see Chairman or Jackson wrote, come back tomorrow, please.
Chairman.
I just bought some salami and ham from Boar's Head. It's no good.
In certain areas of the country, I think it's fine here.
I think the issues were coming from Virginia, if I'm not
Something
mistaken.
like that, yeah. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Eat up.
I already have.
Spicy pube meat.
Oh!
I had 2 sandwiches yesterday.
Pube meat?
And you're feeling okay, right?
Yeah, fine.
All right.
Doug, you can make sure you feel better if you go to 100 West Dental and you see Dr. Brandon Pryor. Oh, my goodness. You know, mouth health is not separate from the rest of the body's health.
isn't.
So if your teeth and your mouth aren't in good shape, that can affect the rest of the body. Don't separate the two just because you have medical care and dental care. No. They're all under one umbrella, and that's taking the best care of your entire body, and that's where Dr. Brandon Pryor and 100 West Dental come into play. Go online at 100westdental.com, and even if you don't have dental insurance, it's not a problem. Membership plan aids in the cost of dental work for those who do not have dental insurance. It's 100 West Dental, located on Manchester and Baldwin, right across from Munganess, St. Louis Acura. stlouisacura.com, 100westdental.com, 100westdental.com. If you're interested in Invisalign, make sure you use my name because you're going to get $1,000 off an Invisalign package at 100 West Dental with Dr. Brandon Pryor, 100westdental.com. No phone call needed to get in. Just check the calendar online for availability and book right then and there. It's 100 West Dental. Send your emails in for our design, air, heating, and cooling email of the day. That comes your way in the 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance 9 o'clock hour. We close out the Munganess 7 o'clock hour at 8:45. This is TMA, presented to you by Brian Krupp.
KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Looking for the perfect spot for your next private event? Whether it's a baby shower, bridal shower, birthday party, or business meeting, Rosalita's has you covered. Enjoy the vibrant atmosphere in one of Rosalita's 2 exclusive private rooms with a customized menu that is perfect for your upcoming event. And if you're planning a date night, don't miss the lively mariachi nights every Friday and Saturday. Plus, Rosalita's gift cards make the perfect gift for any occasion. Come celebrate at Rosalita's, where every event is a fiesta. Learn more at rosalitascantina.com.
Elevate your performance. Pure Performance is your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications, known for their top quality work and outstanding customer service. It's officially Jeep and Bronco season. Pure Performance carries any accessory for your vehicle, old models to brand new. From sunshades, soft tops, trail doors, to off-road gear like bumpers and light bars, Pure Performance has you covered. Stop by the Pure Performance showroom at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles or visit pureperformance.com. That's PURperformance.com.
Billiken Nation, this is Robbie Avila, and I can't wait to represent Sloop for the Lou and our city's basketball team. Get your tickets now for as low as $125 or experience the excitement up close with 100 level seats for $540 by visiting SlewBillikens.com today. You won't even need my goggles, as there is not a bad seat in Chaffetz Arena. Be a part of it from the beginning, as my teammates and I are working extremely hard to bring a championship to the Lou. Pack Chaffetz Arena to cheer on an exciting brand of basketball. Buy your tickets now by visiting SlewBillikens.com today.
This is Eric Conley, the founder of Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, our substance abuse treatment goes beyond mere recovery. It's about reclaiming lives filled with purpose, joy, and connection. Our dedicated facility is more than just a place of healing. It's a beacon of hope for individuals seeking to reintegrate into society and thrive in their work, family, and community roles. Our team is ready to help. If you or someone you know wants more information about the Illinois Recovery Center, please visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com.
This is defensive back Toriano Pride. Me and my guys will take care of the coverage on the field, and my friend James Carlton will take care of the coverage at home and on the road.
Thanks, Toriano, for protecting Faroe Field. We'll protect you on the road and at your home.
Online at CarltonInsurance.net.
See you in Columbia.
Listeners ought to check out Collier and Thompson, support the sponsors, and have the best contractors in St. Louis work on your kitchen remodel, if that's what you want, or bathroom remodel, basement, wine room, whatever. Collier and Thompson does it all, and these are people that you can trust. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. That's not always that common for people in this line of work. They won a Torch Award for Ethics from the Better Business Bureau. Collier and Thompson on Manchester and Baldwin, next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Collier and Thompson, come home to quality. Online at collierandthompson.com.
There's nothing more important than the look and feel of your home. So now's the time to make your home your retreat. Replace your tired old windows and doors with Marvin replacement products designed to improve comfort and efficiency. Fisher Window and Door Store, a reputable local company, will guide you through the entire replacement process. Their experts will help you make the right choice for your home, and they'll measure, design, and install your new windows and doors.
Hi, I'm Jim Fisher. Since 1941, the Fisher family has provided you with quality American-made building products, including Marvin Windows and Doors. Come visit one of our showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, and let us help you increase the value of your home.
Bring that distinct sense of quality to every room with Marvin. Visit Fisher Window and Doors' huge, newly remodeled showroom in Brentwood, or Fisher Lumber in East Alton, Illinois. Quality and comfort starts at Fisher Window and Door. Online at fisherwindow.com.
The choice of a lawyer is important and shouldn't be based on an ad.
If you're seriously hurt in an accident, you'll want all the money you deserve. That's called justice. But there wouldn't be lawyers if justice was easy. No, justice is not easy. It's fought for and it's won. At Brown & Crouppen, we fight for justice every day. If you want some, call 222-2222. Because at Brown & Crouppen, justice is our business.
Hustle and Heart Sports Performance is the one-stop shop for St. Louis area football-specific and athletic training located in O'Fallon, Missouri. Hustle and Heart utilizes the top trainers in St. Louis, led by its owner, 8-year NFL vet Pierre Desir. We have a 40-yard turf field, college-style weight room, red light sauna, and a state-of-the-art recovery room to service all of your athletes' needs. For more info, check out hustleandheartsportsperformance.com or call Dustin at 314-440-8457.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
Introducing the first ever TMA Banty Brew, a 16-ounce canned wheat ale with orange and coriander and an image of all 4 TMA boys across the front. The Banty Brew, a refreshing ale made with white wheat, ground coriander, and fresh whole oranges. And now you can pick up the TMA Banty Brew at Salt and Smoke or at any area Friar Tuck's location. Must be 21 or older to consume or purchase. See the can at tmastl.com and find a participating location to try it for yourself. Brought to you by Charlottesville Brewery and Winery in St. Genevieve, Show Me Beverages, and Salt and Smoke. Find out more at tmastl.com. Now,
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After. KPNT FM HD2. Collinsville, St. Louis.
Oh, wow.
Tell me what you see.
Wow, Doug.
Cause before my very eyes, there's something of a dream.
Did I hear the beginning?
You can't tell.
This is Speak to Me. Tell me what you see.
Oh.
The full version.
My heart, it knows what is real. I alone, I know when I'm home.
So haunting.
Beautifully, though.
I don't feel that
When
haunted.
I'm home. Hear me now, as you're looking for the truth. You're all I see and hear, but I'm not bulletproof.
Don't look at Tim.
He's a heaven.
It's euphoria. It's like I'm riding a Sibian.
Oh,
You know who it was who finally cracked the case on what this song is?
The doo-doo man.
New York Giants quarterback Daniel Jones did not send me this, but former fan page moderator Neil Allen Craig Paquette did. He found the song that we've been looking for so many years.
How about that, Doug?
it's just a real nice thing.
This is the greatest birthday
we've
gift you've
wondered.
ever given me.
Well, thank
Just that?
you to Neil Allen
Just
Craig
hearing that?
Paquette.
And he's a former fan page moderator.
He was and gave it up.
It's a fraternity.
You know?
It's like the Heisman House.
The stress wore him down. He's in a home now, I think. Delmar Gardens, or I don't know that he got Gatesworth.
Didn't get Gatesworth?
I think after you do the TMA fan page, you've acquired enough wealth to then go to
I agree with
Gatesworth.
you.
Gatesworth are better.
It would be nice to be able to afford a really nice nursing home in your final years and just go to lunch and then dinner and it's all taken care of. And
What do? You drink and play bingo, right?
a lot of bingo, cards.
Are you sending a message to John Vaughn right now?
Yeah, I'd like them to save their shekels.
We can't hear the song on YouTube.
Yes, you can. I left it in aux.
Not sure if this is an aux situation. That's a Crestwood Coyote.
This is not true, though.
I sent it in 4 years ago and earlier this week, but hey, I'll go F myself. That's from Mr. Big Cream.
Okay. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I know I saw Neil Allen Craig Paquette
We'll give you credit, Big Cream.
DM me. But if you did send it, I'm sure, I don't know why you would lie.
Enjoy your day.
So thank you as well, Mr. Big Cream.
Send in your emails, though. Do that for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Kevin Miller can clinch today. If Buck Swope doesn't win, Kevin Miller clinches because we only have two more for the month of September after tomorrow, or after today, with tomorrow and Monday. And then it's a new month, Doug, October. It will be the witching hour for the University of Missouri and their football program. A witching hour arrives surprisingly in Happy Valley this Saturday for the Nittany Lions and Jackson's friends, the Nittany Nationalists, against ILL. And that's a 6:30, 7 p.m.?
6:30.
I'll be pulling hard for ILL.
Yeah.
Same
pulling
here.
hard for him.
For the showdown in Champaign in December, Missouri travels to Champaign, Illinois to take on the upstart 11-1 ILL.
Upstart.
You like that?
Yeah. They haven't been good very often, so. yeah,
Absolutely.
I'd love to
And
see
you
them.
want, if you're a Missouri fan, you want Penn. Penn State's one of those teams kind of like Notre Dame that you're not thinking is going to necessarily win a conference championship, but that means they're going to be competing with you for another at Largeburg. Got to take care of business in College Station, though.
No, I do like Penn State in that they stick with the same uniform.
Uh-oh, uniforms.
I also love Penn State's uniforms.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What's their brand?
It's the white helmets, the textless jerseys. I guess they have their names in the back, but
The sexual assault of minors, that's their brand. Under Joe
well,
Paterno.
it certainly was Jerry Sandusky in that whole situation. But Penn State, the institution itself,
I worked with a guy who was a good friend of mine named Jerry Sandusky.
Ooh,
He's now the Baltimore Ravens play-by-play guy, has been for a long time.
Really?
And when all this broke, some big news, Sports Illustrated, somebody did an article with him asking if he was going to change his name. And he said, absolutely not.
Wow. That might be like
Parents gave me this name. I'm proud of what my parents did. I've done nothing wrong. I'm
Yeah, right.
no way associated with the other Jerry Sandusky. It'd be tough to have the same name as someone who came out as really evil.
That would be up there for like toughest situation where you're given a name that at the time of your birth is just another name, and then someone else with that name does something horrible. Like it would be that and OJ. Like I guess like Adolf,
like
but
Oswald.
Right. But even that, like I don't think that's like
it's a pretty bad name.
Yeah.
One who's old enough to have been around. You don't hear many Hitlers. I guess you'd change your name if it was Hitler.
But Adolf, I mean Adolf Rupp coached after Hitler.
Well, he was, but he would have been born before all that, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, oh, rats.
But if your last name was Hitler,
Yeah,
I'm
that'd
sure
be
you'd
tough.
just change it.
100%.
But we don't have to worry about that.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Yes, hello.
I feel like I got kink shamed yesterday when I sent in a pic of me grabbing my girlfriend's cake. Yes, I like some extra cake. I like to eat my cake also, hence my name, Starfish Street. Doug, this is the gentleman who sent in the picture of the lady at the Missouri tailgate. And Jackson, you said they were in their 60s, or Iggy, you said they were in their 60s?
It's really tough to explain to the audience because they can't see the picture.
Yeah.
But I don't think we would be alone. We didn't kink shame. We just said it was a little bit different.
Yeah. And we thought the gal in the picture probably, I'm guessing, wouldn't appreciate it being shared to a local radio station.
She did take the picture, though. You know?
Well, to take it is one thing. To have it shared in the local media is another.
She is wearing Missouri Tiger tidy whities with a big tiger logo over her buttocks.
Oh.
The gentleman has lifted up her black skirt. He's grabbing her arse. And who was giving the ages? Because I'm not sure on the age. I feel
I'm
like
going to say 63.
Oh, that was you, Chairman. 63.
They might be late 50s.
Maybe they've had a few pops.
Yeah.
That doesn't look like this past Saturday, I can tell you, Doug. We were both up there, and it was cloudy skies at the
It was.
tailgate.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a sunny
Buffalo
day right
game.
there.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the Buffalo game. I think it was BC.
Could have been. BC was a little.
BC was warm.
Yeah, it was hot. But it was a little overcasty, wasn't it?
No, this last Saturday was the entire game.
I just like to see true sons having fun.
Do you?
If Illinois wins, don't they take Penn State's place in the playoff pecking order, and then Missouri still has someone to battle with? That's from Wooden Shoe 02.
No, because where Illinois is currently ranked, like Penn State's ranked ahead of Missouri, Illinois is ranked behind Missouri.
I don't worry about the rankings right now, though.
Not right now.
Illinois has Michigan at home, and they have Oregon and Eugene. Other than that, I think they're going to be favored in every other game, especially if they beat Penn State.
Yeah.
Might be favored against Michigan. As weird as that sounds, that's a possibility. If they win at Penn State.
Because it's in Champaign.
Aye, and it's the 100th anniversary celebration of Memorial Stadium, Doug.
I guess it depends on what Michigan, because I mean Michigan did look considerably better against USC, but USC might not be all that good either. But they beat LSU. We're talking about the same thing.
Okay, don't pound the table on
I'm 59. She's 61. That's from Starfish Street.
Okay.
Dear Deidre.
He likes an older gal.
Can you get Permy to send the pic to me? That's from Stephen Wildwood.
Who? Can you get Permy?
Who has a perm? Doug, you ever get a perm?
No. Would you like me to?
I don't think they're great for your hair. For
I wouldn't
the
think so.
health of your hair in the long run.
And we have to be careful with what we have.
Yeah, we got to count follicles over here.
Yep.
Tim, I've been edging all week in honor of today. This day, Thursday, the 26th of September, we shall release Happy Birthday, local broadcast hero.
Oh, God.
It's from Fuelsy.
He's referring to you as local broadcast hero.
I mean, that's what the commercial said.
Yeah, well. And you fought to keep it in, too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, what else would you describe me as?
I don't know. I just don't.
My ween is orange and blue, and I love sticking it in you. That's from Recovering Alcoholic from Belleville.
Okay, suspended.
Yeah.
Suspended.
I thought that would get him.
Recovering alcoholic, Belleville, suspended. His name is going to suspension log that bears his name. His company sponsors it, the Illinois Recovery Center. And yet here he is.
So meta.
Going into that logule, recovering alcoholic, Belleville, if you don't mind, I'll do the paperwork right now. 2 days time for him. And no, it doesn't feel real good.
Transform your story at Illinois Recovery Center. At Illinois Recovery Center, the team believes in the strength of every individual's journey to recovery. Whether you're taking the first step or continuing your path, the IRC's dedicated team is here to support you. Why choose Illinois Recovery Center? Well, they have a holistic healing approach, expert care and guidance, safe and welcoming environment, tailored programs for lasting recovery, and a top-notch facility and accommodation. Discover the path to lasting recovery and renewal at Illinois Recovery Center, where compassionate support meets personalized care for your unique journey. Visit IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com, or you can call 888-472-9559. That's Illinois Recovery Center. IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com. Send your emails in. Design, air, heating, and cooling. Email today, the morning after at InsideSTL.com. Comes your way at about 9:50. Jackson and I go down the hallway. We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Let them know what's coming up on Balloon Party, Jackson.
I haven't named them yet, but I got a great set of questions for Tim, and we're just gonna bring the heat.
No name on it. The nameless segment.
I was just kind of like working quickly this morning and figured I could name it later. Let's get the questions down, like the actual important stuff instead of meandering around a name. You know, time management's key in this industry.
It is, absolutely.
So I'll come up with the title.
Okay.
Good morning, radio show. I just finished a creamy, crisp Bearbell protein bar to fight off dad bod as long as possible. What are Tim and Jackson's favorite Bearbell flavors? Doug, that's from Steve Klein's dirty hat. Boy, this little bag I carry around, I can't reach it because my legs are way up here. I can barely.
Yeah. You're lucky to touch the floor.
Plus, I sit on so many phone books. Here, I did this on QFTA yesterday. Look at all the Bearbell's protein bars I got in here, Doug.
You got a lot in there?
Here.
Oh, got it.
Is this your favorite, Jackson?
No.
Peanut. Do you say caramel, caramel, or caramel?
I usually say caramel.
That yellow one in your hand right there is my favorite.
And this is caramel choco.
Yeah, caramel choco.
200 calories. 22 grams of carbohydrates, 16 grams of protein, 190 calories actually. And this oftentimes will be my lunch.
It's a tasty treat is what it is.
And it's so good. They should be a sponsor because we're giving them ridiculous amounts of free. And I just go up to that. Where do I go?
Mobile on the Run.
Mobile on the Run, a couple blocks down
That's
here.
where you get them, is it?
Olive. Oh,
they have a wide selection.
Glorious. I still think someday we're going to find out that these are just candy bars and we're all getting fattened up for the slaughter.
Like unicorn piss in them or something that makes it taste good.
Piss.
Gosh.
Something about it makes it taste amazing.
I had like 50 peanuts yesterday.
There you go, Doug.
50 Cardinal baseball peanuts?
Yep.
That good for your golf swing?
I don't play much golf anymore.
So you just sit in your home and eat the peanuts and drop them on the floor like ground round used to?
Oh, yeah, the ground round.
I have a paper plate there. I have my coffee table right next to the couch, and I just crack them and eat them and put the shells in the paper plate.
Okay. Well, I eat protein bars too. I don't even know the brand name. I just eat them.
Never had a protein bar.
Did you like a bite of mine, boy?
It's good. They taste like candy bars. But
These do.
Healthy, yeah.
Other ones that I've had don't. And I didn't really care because I'm like, all right, 200 calories, 20 grams of carbohydrates. But then you start getting these. Dog, I'm telling you, it looks like a candy bar too. You wouldn't believe it.
Sure does.
I had fried chicken at Grove 23, and it was awesome. I washed it down with a jalapeno margarita. That's Chairman Stephen Wildwood.
I've never heard the end of this trip.
Sounds like just a really nice trip. Some fishing, some golfing, fried chicken. What else does a guy want, really, besides that?
And then you just wake up in the middle of the night and masturbate.
Oh, gosh. Never thought you'd go there.
No, I don't. He does.
Well, now you don't know that.
Well, he said he has.
That's how he goes back to bed. He wakes up to piss, sees his ween, and decides it looks too good to not service.
Oh!
He was underneath, and I was underneath doing it with him.
Oh, come on.
The Barbell caramel chocolate is fire. If you guys had the chocolate legendary brand Pop-Tarts, throw that bad boy in the microwave and yum. That's from Scooter.
I've had it.
Chocolate Pop-Tarts?
And
that's good for you, too.
It's a protein Pop-Tart. It kind of tastes like an old wallet. I wouldn't suggest
Oh.
it.
In a hole of what?
Like leather? Like worn out leather?
I've done the microwave move too. I would not suggest it.
Do you warm these up, bro?
No.
Okay.
You said it yesterday, but avoid the birthday cake one like the plague.
Avoid the birthday cake barbell. Bearbell?
Yeah.
Is it bearbell? Barbell?
To prove that they were getting no money from them, that is the worst protein bar I've ever had in my life.
Really?
The Bearbell's birthday cake is like eating shards of glass.
Oh.
Unless they're a sponsor, then it's great.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, then I didn't say anything.
No, I disagree with them.
You've had it?
No, we pretty much believe in everything we talk about here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I believe in
We
Bearbell.
use all the
trust me.
sponsors.
What about Blue Chew?
Well, the listeners did. I made it.
Oh, you're so massive.
I made it a point that I'm not gonna. I'm going to say I didn't use it. If that's a deal breaker, then I'm not going to do it. But I'm not going to say I use the product.
Yeah.
So I made that clear up front.
Mm-hmm. A Vero guy like you wouldn't need that.
Well, I don't. So I'm not going to lie and say I
No,
take it.
Absolutely not.
Hi. I'm going to get pretty rowdy in Austin this weekend. If I call in tomorrow, I'm sorry, but I'll play with you live on air, Dad. That's Juan from PP Corp, and Dougie sent in a hauntingly beautiful image of himself.
Why would you send us that?
Good looking hat.
Great hat.
That hat is so good looking.
Great hat.
It looks like his Instagram profile pic.
Looks like
It's the white TMA hat for the record with the blue logo. Sharp look. Sharp look.
Looks like a composite sketch.
This is what we think the shooter looked like.
All protein bars are trash. They all have canola, vegetable, or palm oils. They're a science project fake food. That's Eric in the Central West End.
Let me guess, they're woke too.
Protein bars are woke?
Does it say there's
Dude, we get it. You work out, guy.
Oil in there? Or high fructose corn syrup?
Yeah, but that's good for you.
No.
The number one ingredient?
What's the first
Milk.
ingredient?
That's kind of a surprise.
Well, I think it's how you got to make chocolate. You got to have some milk in there, I think, to make chocolate, don't you?
Milk chocolate. Excuse me. I have a
Well,
load.
there's milk chocolate and there's dark chocolate.
But dark chocolate's made with milk.
I don't know.
Ruin me.
I think that's the difference between the two.
No, dark chocolate just uses a different kind of cocoa.
I don't know.
Dark
about that.
cocoa.
Doesn't it just use less cocoa? Like milk chocolate uses less cocoa.
Yeah,
Dark
I
chocolate, it's
think
like whenever you see like those bars, it's like 70% cocoa for dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, more cocoa.
I was at that cocoa farm in Costa Rica.
Mm-hmm.
We got a tour.
Smells kind of funny when they make it first, right? Because it
Yeah.
comes from the cacao plant.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It just grows right on trees.
Looks like a little like maggot. Like it looks like a slimy.
Well, it's big. It's like the size
Right,
of an
but the
avocado,
inside,
or
like the
bigger.
inside,
Yeah.
the seed actually.
But the
Sweet
trip was
seed.
ruined for me when the guy said, watch out for the fer de lance, the snake. If you get bit, you
Ah.
have 2 hours to live. Oh, God.
Really?
This tour is over. Yeah, 2 hours to live if you don't get the vaccine.
Like the antidote thing?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Did he have vaccine with him?
He must somewhere.
Well, then you'd be safe.
I still didn't want to get bit by this thing.
Yeah, I won't want to run that risk.
Yeah, for having him say, oh, gosh, I'm out.
I'm kind of with you on the snake thing. As
Don't need
I
it.
grow old, it's really creepy that they have no legs but can move that fast.
Mhm.
Something not right about that.
Yeah. Well, fish can move fast with no legs.
Yeah, but they're swimming, you know.
Yeah. I'd be fine if there were no snakes on this planet. None. And then people tell, oh, what about the mice and the rats? We still have mice and rats now. The snakes aren't doing that good a job.
So
we'll find something else to get. We'll get rat terriers to take care of the rats and mice. How about that?
So are we doing dog breeding as well as fusion?
Yes. More rat terriers, fewer snakes.
Have you ever been bit by a snake?
No,
Then
close.
why do you care?
Because I don't want to get bit
You're
by
almost
a snake.
70. You've never been bitten. You're still worried about them?
Yes. Yes, I am.
There's snakes in your backyard.
There, how about
I've seen a snake in my backyard. I don't like them. I don't want them around. They kill lots of people worldwide every year.
Yeah, in foreign countries that are overrun with them.
Well, I don't want them to get
Like
killed either.
anacondas.
It's not the anacondas that's killing them. It's like in Africa, the people die by the thousands a
Yeah,
year.
that's Africa.
Okay, I don't want that to happen to these people.
You live in Sunset Hills. How many snakes you see?
I see them every now and then. I'm telling you, I don't want the other people to die from snake bites either.
Green gardeners.
You're okay with people in Africa dying by the thousands?
No, but what are you
from
going to
snake
do?
bites?
There's snakes there.
Get rid of them! Get rid of them!
I'm not talking about them. I can see if somebody in Africa is bitching that, oh, I went out to mow the lawn and I got bit by an anaconda.
Well, they don't have anacondas in Africa.
Well, they got big-ass snakes.
Making this town soft! Got poison snakes.
Your area really doesn't have a lot of snakes.
We don't need to deal with them.
Well, what are you going to do? They're here. They're not going anywhere.
I don't want them here.
Well,
St. Patrick got him out of Ireland.
He did.
Need him back.
And look what happened.
They don't want dinosaurs here
Lost
either.
your potatoes.
Yeah, it did hurt the potato crop. I have a pants python that would love to nibble on you, Doug. That's from
Oh.
Doug's prison wall, and he works for
Gosh.
our social media brand.
He does? Yeah. And he's got a pants
He
python?
he monitors all of the fan pages.
What percentage of the audience do you think is hung?
Clip that up.
What kind of a question would you ask?
It's more of a balloon party question, but I like it.
Yeah, 5%.
Well, I mean, first off, we need to set our parameters for what is hung, and does it need to have girth? Because if you talk to all of our female listeners, I think they'd tell you they prefer girth.
And are we talking flaccid or prime time?
I think, and I don't know if Plowhawk's available, but I think what makes Manuel so special is his girth. Don't you think?
Is he cut?
Doug?
4 in a row for the Redbirds. 4 straight. With a chance to close out the year with an 8-game winning streak.
I think he is circumcised.
What's that?
I think he is circumcised.
You've looked?
Well, I've seen his videos.
Okay, so you have looked.
Well, what are you going to do? You're watching a
Stop
woman.
looking.
And he's in it.
He always is getting his ass eaten.
Oh! Oh!
I think I remember Lisa Ann kind of complaining, and I kind of agree with it. Tends to make the scenes about himself. I'm not really looking for that. And hey, I'm not kink shaming if that's what you want.
No,
if you want to
you
watch
should.
Manuel get his ass eaten or whatever, that's great. I support you, and I want you to have the same rights as me.
So you're saying like hogs the frame?
Oh.
More ways
You
than
know,
one.
and then it's just like we're speaking French. I don't know. What's doing?
Does he go in and out of French and English?
Yeah, I think that's like his move. I mean, first off, the girth, and hey, you doff your cap for that. Yeah. But then he starts whispering in their ears in French, and it's like he's like a little seed demon.
Oh.
He's uncut.
He is?
Hey, he's uncut.
Confirmed?
I didn't get photo evidence, but reports are coming in that he's uncut.
Reports.
Cronkite.
Who's covering it?
I watched a video the other day of Rocco. I always
Baldelli.
Correct. Number 4 on the scrutinized list.
Yeah, because he might get fired.
Freddie and Angela White.
We're talking rigatoni marinara.
It was kind of a scene, but it was like an hour long where they talked to each other, and she said, "I'm so happy to do this. You've been a guy I've wanted to work with for so long. You're a legend. This is a treat for me." God, that guy, he's got to be in his 60s. And
Who are we talking about? Oh, Rocco?
He never tired out. This guy was all over the place.
Well, it is a movie. They could stop and start again later.
Well, I mean, if they stopped and started later, it'd be going longer than it was.
Just doff your cap.
It was like 50 minutes long, and they're everywhere. And then afterwards, he wouldn't leave her alone. He was so in love with her.
Oh, gosh.
Just constantly kissing her.
Oh.
Yeah, we get our mouth around that.
He does a reputation of being kind of rough, and he was kind of choking her a little bit, smacking her ass.
He has a reputation. Among who?
The porn community.
The porn community.
That he's
the highbrow group.
He likes being rough.
Doug, did you see him in Anal Delinquent?
I missed it. Doggone it.
You can catch the sequel.
I met him at the AVNs. Dapper-looking dude.
Was he really?
Well, he had an Armani suit on and
brother.
looked good.
I'm fine with her tonguing the birthday hole. I'm just not rolling back with my legs up in the air. That's from the worst of Woods Wacko, Doug.
Oh. Now what was that noise?
Little tongue
What was
action.
that?
Little tongue
Don't
action.
even know why I did that.
If I send you guys a pic of my ween, would you grade it on the air? Thanks, that's from the Pope. I've played him in the Fan Page Club Championship each of the last 2 years.
It's going to cost you.
No, don't.
No, it's going
send
to cost you. We'll do it for $5 a piece. That might be.
That's what you want to get started here.
That might be broaching a tough area. I don't know if.
Yeah.
What's more troubling is that Iggy made it 50 minutes watching a scene. That's from Clevie Wade.
Yeah, because it was interesting.
Didn't you drop out of Oppenheimer 20 minutes in?
It was boring. This wasn't boring.
You stuck around for 20 minutes of a 60-year-old guy banging.
I fast forward a little bit because their conversation was interesting to me.
No, yeah, I'm sure it was deep.
They would get
Playboy
done
for
with
the
one,
articles?
they would get done with the scene, and then the director started getting involved. This overweight man who was a director jumped into the pool naked and was hugging Angela White. Oh no, not this.
This is what you watch when you're home alone.
Not all the time.
but enough.
Well, I enjoy porn.
Yeah.
Flip that off.
The X-Man cometh all over my chest.
No.
Cometh.
Correct.
And Angela White has that Australian accent, which is kind of hot.
Like Margot Robbie?
Yeah.
Haley Davies?
Yeah. And the girl from WWE, the Irish accent, I like that. The man.
No, that sounds like
that's
couldn't
awesome.
follow. I tried.
What's that?
The girl, we like Australian accents. The girl from Ireland, the man. What did all that mean?
Becky Lynch, her name in the WWE is the
She's
man.
from Ireland, but
For
the
some
Australian neighborhoods. And she's a man.
Oh, I said I like the Irish accent, too.
She's really a man?
No, I don't know why she's called the man, because she's very attractive and she's a female.
If you just don't think about it too much, though, it all makes sense.
Maybe it would.
All right, folks, I'll see you tomorrow. It's Tervis Parrish.
See you, buddy. Have fun. Enjoy the day. It's supposed to be a nice one.
Guys, so here's the deal. $25 for a ween grading. You sold yourself too low, Mr. Burkett. That's from the Pope. Sounds like this picture's about to come out in.
Yeah,
We got to grade it? What do we do? Like A, B, C, D?
We don't need them.
1 through 10.
Decimal points? It's there's a big difference between a 6.1 and a 6.8.
There is. I mean, it counts.
Now we're not doing pizza, just 1 through 10.
There you go.
You know you're going to get pictures now because you've encouraged.
Well, it won't be theirs.
No, it won't, but you're going to get pictures nonetheless.
Yeah, probably.
You've opened up Pandora's box.
Someone had to.
Quite a situation for the Mets and Braves.
Better question would be, could 3 of our listeners come up the elevator at the same time with the weight limit?
Wow.
That was kind of a shot out of nowhere.
Well, it's better than grading a penis.
So, Doug, here's what we got. I mean, this is up for snatch grabs. All right, here's what we got. The Padres and Mike Schilt, they're going to the playoffs, Jack. They're going to the playoffs. And they are going in as the 4th seed. All right, we know that. We also know that the Phillies and Dodgers are going to have a bye, which means we know the Brewers are the 3 seed. But as far as at 5 and 6 goes, well, snatch grabs. The Mets and the Diamondbacks are tied in the standings, but the Mets are a percentage point ahead of them. The Diamondbacks are a game ahead of the Braves, as are the Mets. The doubleheader in Atlanta canceled. So here's what the New York Post is reporting they are going to do about the situation. This is because of Hurricane Helene. Here's what we got going on. So they canceled the doubleheaders. They're going to play on Monday. This is what we got. A doubleheader on Monday at 1:10 p.m. at Truist Park. This is the day after what was supposed to be the end of the regular season and the day before the wild card round of the playoffs. The uncomfortable permutations are many. You like that? The uncomfortable permutations are many.
Stop talking like that.
The Mets and Braves play 18 innings on Monday in Atlanta. And then one of the teams would have to fly to Los Angeles, San Diego, or Milwaukee to begin a best of 3 that is scheduled over consecutive days. You can scratch Los Angeles now. They've got the division. At least I believe so.
No,
Hell, I don't know.
They haven't clinched yet. They're 3 ahead of the
They got to win
Padres.
tonight. They got to win tonight. So I guess LA still is theoretically. Either way, Southern California. I mean, they're like an hour and a half away from each other. It's a long flight. That's the point. Okay. So here's what they got. So they got to play in Milwaukee, San Diego, or LA to begin a best of 3 that is scheduled over consecutive days. It seemed unlikely Game 1 would be moved to Wednesday to accommodate a team advancing into the tournament after playing a doubleheader on Monday. Thus, the potential existed for the Mets to play in Milwaukee on Sunday, 18 innings in Atlanta on Monday, and then in San Diego on Tuesday. The Mets or Braves finish the weekend knowing they're in the playoffs, but the others do not, and neither do the Diamondbacks. Now, the Mets and Braves would have to come back for 1 or 2 games on Monday, and the team that already clinched a playoff spot would have no incentive whatsoever to play its best players or go hard in the games, while the Diamondbacks watch helplessly from afar like a cuckold.
Like a cuckold?
Just read what they write. The commissioner has the final call, but right now, here's what we got. If both the Mets and Braves know their fate through Sunday, Major League Baseball is likely to cancel the doubleheader. The games are also likely to be canceled if only seeding is at stake and both teams know they're in the playoffs. The Braves lead the season series to date and would be awarded the higher seed. If everything is settled after the opener, the nightcap, likely would be canceled. Teams will not be allowed to expand beyond the 28-man September roster, and an option player falls under regular season rules. So, for example, if the Mets wanted option starter Tyler McGill to get a fresh arm, McGill would be ineligible to return for 15 days without another pitching injury. Remember that in some ways this trouble all began on April 10th when a game was rained out at Truist Park that the Mets did not think needed to be postponed in the first place. The Mets, however, did not want to return for a single game on a mutual day off during the season and asked that it be tacked on to the next series in Atlanta. For all involved, that unfortunately coincided with Hurricane Helene. So, we got ourselves a situation. The Diamondbacks are going to be on a Davenport.
Yeah, in a major way.
And there's not a damn thing they can do about it, Jackie Papers.
Yeah, but if you get the bad end of it, you go Milwaukee, Atlanta, San Diego in 3 total days. That is.
And it's not like the Diamondbacks are playing a team that doesn't have motivation. They happen to play the only one other National League team that could be fighting for something, and that's the Padres.
Yeah.
If the Padres win tonight, Padres are taking on the Dodgers.
I think the biggest concern for those teams will be what it does to their pitching.
Yeah.
The players will be able to survive the trips. I mean, baseball's not basketball, hockey, some physical sport where you go 100% the entire game. It just isn't. You can play every single night. There's nights when some of these players won't even run full speed an entire game. Physically, they'll handle it. But it's the fact that you may have to use your best pitcher at the end of the regular season and not have him available for the playoffs. That's what will get them.
Well, yeah, and I would bet if they do play on Monday, and then they're looking to play San Diego Tuesday, that they would send their Game 1 starter on Monday to San Diego to get warm and not deal with the travel overnight.
Now, there's some tension between the Mets and the Braves over this whole thing. A spokesperson for MLB and then also spokespeople with the Braves and Mets offered no comment on how this got to this point. But background conversations involved with personnel indicated that basically the Braves were expecting large attendance for the 3-game series. It was 40,103 at Truist Park for Tuesday's series opener, won 5-1 by Atlanta, and did not want to forego the gates nor work through the logistics of moving personnel such as security, concessions to other dates or start times. The two teams had a common off day on Monday, this past Monday. The weather was such that a doubleheader could have been played on Tuesday. The Mets pitched the idea of moving up the start time Wednesday before the forecast worsened. In the most drastic move, the series could have been relocated to an empty park not under the threat of the storm, such as in Texas. But MLB did not force a change of any type. It felt forcing the Braves into a doubleheader when they were 2 games behind the Mets when the series began was a strong disadvantage to avoid. And in addition, the league was dealing with what it felt like were better potential forecasts to play at least Wednesday through Monday. And by the time the forecast worsened, there was not enough time to order a substantial change to the schedule. So they're stuck now. And so, Doug, you always say, how do we localize our stories? How do we humanize our stories? The Cardinals want to have this press conference. I would gather it's going to be on Monday. I would gather it's going to be one of substance. I also would gather it's probably not going to satisfy the angriest of Cardinal fans. That's my guess. I think you're going to hear about a transition, Mozeliak, Bloom, and Marmol stays. That's my guess. That's where I think. That's where my action is. But Major League Baseball doesn't want personnel moves on days of playoff games. Now, this isn't a playoff game, but if they don't allow them to do it on Monday with this Braves and Mets doubleheader, the playoffs start on Tuesday with the wild card. So does that mean the Cardinals don't do the press conference on Monday? Think about it.
Oh, well, I think the Cardinals could wait if they have to.
That means you're waiting until November.
Okay. Is that going to change much?
I don't know why they have to wait. Hey, we're going to watch this game, but let's go. St. Louis having a press conference. Mozeliak may be moving.
Yeah.
But you know that this is a baseball thing.
Right. Yeah, they try to keep the spotlight on the games.
Would they use that as an excuse to just keep everything the same? Like we're going to change it, but then the Braves and Mets had a doubleheader.
I think I'm with Iggy. I think the league would say, go ahead, have your news conference that you're shuffling people around. That's not going to...
I mean, it is by definition a regular season doubleheader.
It's not going to take the focus of the American baseball fan off of the playoffs.
The Heim-Bloom transition is not going to take the...
Primetime Heim.
How about that?
I don't think it's going to cause ripples throughout the baseball community to the fact that people will say, oh, I forgot there was a baseball playoff game going on.
You want to go down there and hold them accountable on Monday?
No.
Okay. Medium that sounds soft.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
TV viewership in Atlanta was down 80% because the Cardinals had a press conference.
Mm-hmm. Think about that.
You can't see the press conference anyway, especially if it's on Bailey's.
I'm television's own Doug Chandler Hill.
Are you suggesting I start each report that way?
I think you should do a stand-up even if it's not for Camo V. Just for like...
Just on my own.
Just like on your Instagram.
For practice as I get older?
Yeah, and like a toy mic.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you did one with your dog yesterday. That was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should do more of those.
Well, I don't know.
Quite the good actor, I thought.
The dog is a very good little actor. Actress.
Thank you. Crescent Farms is such a bad course. It's some long balls.
Hilly.
I was just thinking, whether I play on a really nice course or a course that's just a regular old public cheap course, my enjoyment level is still very similar. I still enjoy it. If I play well, I'm still very happy. And if I play horrible, I'm still pretty upset. Now, I enjoy the nice course as much as the next guy. I'm just saying, if I'm on a course that's not very nice, I still have a good time, and I don't think, gee, I wish there went the bare spot in the grass over there. I wish the hole was longer. I don't really think that way.
I think the company you play with is more important than the location of where you play at.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
It depends on if like you're competing or gambling for a amount of money that matters to you, I think. And if you're like, oh, geez, I'm on a course where the greens are a mess or there's bare spots, you know. But if I'm just out there screwing around, who gives a damn?
Right. Yeah, gambling does throw a wrench into that. But generally, I'd rather play with like my friends or quality people at a dog track than play with people I don't like at a beautiful course.
Right.
Like Crescent Farms?
How many people you don't
Which just
know?
took a hit out of nowhere?
I like the Peevely, Crescent, Aberdeen, in that little area there.
I shot an 80 at the CGCC yesterday. I was striping, my friends.
We don't need to hear that.
Coral Gables Country Club?
I think it was Coral Gables. That's correct. Great course, Bermuda.
Did you live in Coral Gables when you lived in Miami?
I couldn't afford it. You kidding me? There isn't. I don't think there is a Coral Gables Country Club. There's a Biltmore public course here that's real nice.
The hotel company?
No, it's just an old, enormous hotel that's been there for a long. I don't think it's a hotel.
Biltmore, isn't that a hotel?
It is, but I think this was something different.
Maybe it's the OG.
Could be.
I'm playing Crescent Farms on Saturday. It's not hilly. It's from Carlos Spicy.
I'm thinking of Peevely. Aberdeen.
I like Peevely.
Peevely's definitely hilly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
You hit a ball in the middle of the fairway and it rolls off to the right.
Elevate your performance on the golf course and with your car. Pure Performance, your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications, and they are known for their top quality work and outstanding customer service. Pure Performance, the best place to go for replacement tires for any vehicle. They don't just sell oversized tires for your trucks and off-roading vehicles, but also carry tires and wheels for your car, minivan, or SUV too. It's Pure Performance, located at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles, or visit pureperformance.com. That's PURperformance.com. Not just accessories, but also a full-service shop. When you go out there, ask for Shelby. It's 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles, or visit pureperformance.com, PURperformance.com. After over 40 years of outfitting the best-dressed vehicles in St. Louis and St. Charles areas, you can trust that your prized investment is in great hands at Pure Performance. 25,000 square foot facility. The 25,000 square foot facility houses the largest showroom in the area where you can find anything and everything you might need to enhance your vehicle. It's Pure Performance, PURperformance.com, or go online at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard. It's in St. Charles. Ask for Shelby. It's Pure Performance. Jackson, tell me about Mark Hanna. He's with Evergreen Wealth Strategies, and he's online at evergreenstl.com.
He is. He's a wonderful guy. He's someone you want in your corner when it comes to your financial future. Planning for the future financially is so important. It's something that I think a lot of people overlook, or they think they can just handle on their own, or they have a buddy in finance, whatever it may be. Working with Mark Hanna, within the first 5 minutes of that opening phone call, you'll know the reason why so many of our listeners, why us in the dais speak so highly of Mark Hanna, because he's a wonderful guy. He conveys his message so well to his client, and obviously he's super knowledgeable in the world of finance. It's the exact kind of person you want in your corner. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. Point blank, working with Mark Hanna. It set me up really well for the future. I think it can help you out as well. Call Mark Hanna today.
314-889-0503. That's Mark Hanna, Evergreen Wealth Strategies. Well, can you keep Kevin Miller from winning the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Month? Buck Swope, it's up to you. If Buck Swope wins today, if Buck Swope wins tomorrow, Jackson and I won't be here either. So it's going to be Chairman Kurt, Marshy Marsh, Liv, Doug, and Iggy determining it. And then can win on Munsbin. He forces a one-game playoff with Kevin Miller. What odds would you give Buck Swope of being able to do that?
Not good. This Miller's hot. He's red hot. He's hotter than a pistol.
It's all about Butchie.
Butch is giving him a lot of material. And he has such a flair with the quill.
I like that a lot.
But Buck Swope's probably like the Red Sox in 2004 against the Yankees. Like, don't let us get one.
I know. I agree with you. If he gets today, he's going to win tomorrow.
Don't let us get one.
I mean, he's going to have a lot to work with tomorrow, I think.
Think about it. Who'll be reading?
Yeah, who'll do the email reading, Chairman?
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh.
Wow, this chairman, he just
Ready to
give me
take
a ball,
over. Yeah,
you know?
Really?
I got a dossier all set.
Dossier?
It's not a dossier.
Yeah, he knows.
Yep.
You learned well.
Yep.
Except it isn't a dossier, it's a schedule.
Shut up, Doug.
Oh.
The dossier.
Mark Hannes just texted in, and I celebrate Tim today.
Oh, stop it, Hansy.
Yeah, right after we get done with Balloon Party begins the weekend-long celebration of Tim.
That's correct.
I already started.
Oh, did you really?
Yep.
A week long.
Monday.
Weekend-long. Long weekend. Friday through Sunday.
Minimum.
Okay.
Starting tonight. Starts tonight.
And
I'm
this
getting effed up
includes-
on the Hennessy tonight.
Are you really?
VSOP.
I wonder if I can get us to the Stag Bar tonight. I haven't been in a long time.
That's a good thing.
But like, where would
Save your money.
You'd have to go somewhere.
Yeah,
first.
but it's like an investment.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if you woke your wife up at like 1 or 2 in the morning. It was like, all right, let's go to the Stag Bar. Like, you'd have to be going somewhere first, you know.
Or go to dinner.
Tonight
Okay.
could be different, where the strippers really do fall in love with you. Mhm.
That's on my dossier?
Yes, that would be on your dossier.
Swope Miller equals Magic Bird. That's from Manupal eligible.
Yeah, very similar.
Stephen Wild says, I'm coming in tomorrow from 8 to 9 a.m. and I'm going to give you a detailed account of my 3 days at Grove 23 and make these people lose their minds. That's from Stephen Wildwood. He's coming in tomorrow?
Bring the psilocybin.
Bring the what?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
How much more in depth can you go than you have the last 2 days?
He's also texted in about the quality of the wireless at Grove 23. I just haven't read it.
How was it? Good, I imagine.
Hold on, I'll let you know. Wi-Fi is great at Grove 23.
Okay.
YouPorn streaming without an issue.
What did we ever do without Wi-Fi? How did we ever get
Dial-up. AOL.
Even before that even.
Texas Instruments. Nintendo. Gyromite. Did you say Euromite or Gyromite?
I don't say either.
Duck Hunt.
Euromite.
A lot of Pong.
A lot of typewriters and reading books and going to libraries and using maps in your car to figure out where you were.
Atlas.
Yeah.
You think the whiteout industry has been really negatively affected ever since the typewriter?
Ruined, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Speak to me. Tell me what you see. Think about that.
Okay.
Design Air Heating and Cooling email today is coming up in the 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance 9 o'clock hour, then Balloon Party at 10 o'clock. I get the sense Jackson likes his questions.
No, he hadn't got a name for it.
Yeah, that's the one thing that gives me pause.
I'll work on it in the break.
Okay, fair enough. That's coming up. This is TMA presented to you by Brown and Crouppen.
Looking for the perfect spot for your next private event? Whether it's a baby shower, bridal shower, birthday party, or business meeting, Rosalita's has you covered. Enjoy the vibrant atmosphere in one of Rosalita's 2 exclusive private rooms with a customized menu that is perfect for your upcoming event. And if you're planning a date night, don't miss the lively mariachi nights every Friday and Saturday. Plus, Rosalita's gift cards make the perfect gift for any occasion. Come celebrate at Rosalita's, where every event is a fiesta. Learn more at rosalitascantina.com.
Elevate your performance. Pure Performance is your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications, known for their top quality work and outstanding customer service. It's officially Jeep and Bronco season. Pure Performance carries any accessory for your vehicle, old models to brand new. From sunshades, soft tops, trail doors, to off-road gear like bumpers and light bars, Pure Performance has you covered. Stop by the Pure Performance showroom at 3725 Harry S. Truman Boulevard in St. Charles or visit pureperformance.com. That's PURperformance.com.
Listeners ought to check out Collier & Thompson, support the sponsors, and have the best contractors in St. Louis work on your kitchen remodel if that's what you want, or bathroom remodel, basement, wine room, whatever. Collier & Thompson does it all, and these are people that you can trust. They have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau. That's not always that common for people in this line of work. They won a Torch Award for Ethics from the Better Business Bureau. Collier & Thompson on Manchester and Baldwin, next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Collier & Thompson, come home to quality. Online at collierandthompson.com.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I regret not managing my finances better in my 20s and my 30s, and now I see how crucial it is for achieving major life goals. Mark Hanna with Evergreen Wealth Strategies helps everyday people every day with their finances, discussing cash flow, liquidity, investments, insurance, and tax-efficient strategies. No matter your financial planning stage, Mark will boost your confidence and keep you on track. Learn more at evergreenstl.com.
Equitable Advisors, LLC, member FINRA, a broker-dealer and a SEC registered investment advisor. Equitable Financial Advisors and MI. Evergreen Wealth Strategies is not a registered investment advisor and does not provide tax advice.
There's nothing more important than the look and feel of your home. So now's the time to make your home your retreat. Replace your tired old windows and doors with Marvin replacement products designed to improve comfort and efficiency. Fisher Window and Door Store, a reputable local company, will guide you through the entire replacement process. Their experts will help you make the right choice for your home, and they'll measure, design, and install your new windows and doors.
Hi, I'm Jim Fisher. Since 1941, the Fisher family has provided you with quality American-made building products, including Marvin Windows and Doors. Come visit one of our showrooms in Brentwood or East Alton, and let us help you increase the value of your home.
Bring that distinct sense of quality to every room with Marvin. Visit Fisher Window and Doors' huge, newly remodeled showroom in Brentwood, or Fisher Lumber in East Alton, Illinois. Quality and comfort starts at Fisher Window and Door. Online at fisherwindow.com.
This is wide receiver Luther Burden III. Come support NIL and get a quote from my friend James Carlton.
Thanks, Luther. That's right. For every quote you mention, Luther Burden III will make a donation to NIL on your behalf. Getting a quote is easy. Just go online at carltoninsurance.net. Call or text 314-961-4800. If you have drivers under the age of 25, if you're seeing rising rates, give us a call or text us 314-961-4800 or go online at carltoninsurance.net. Let's keep the momentum going. Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go? I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it! I knew it! Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the morning after live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. KPNT FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA all day.
Butter me up, Daddy.
It's the Brown and Crouppen Morning After.
KPNT FM HD2.
Take a listen to this, Doug.
Break it down.
Fritos, Totitos, Doritos, and Cheetos, Fritos, Mojitos, and the Senoritos, Framios, and Trios with the jalapenos. Oh yeah.
We don't need that.
Tacos from Pacos with panchos, nachos, churros, rancheros, and some canyoneiros. I'm out. Adios, amigos.
Oh, gosh.
Why does it sound like the microphone was 20 feet away from them when they recorded
Because
this
it
song?
probably is.
Like, you gotta talk into the microphone.
There you have it. The Cinco de Mayo anthem. Best thing out there right now, no doubt about it.
And then it cuts.
And to think they
Yeah, the audio right there.
And then they listened to it and said, yeah, that's good enough. Let's send it out.
Print.
Right.
Welcome back. It's TMA. It's presented to you by Brown & Croup, and we're 10 minutes away from the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today and what might be a coronation of Kevin Miller, depending on what Butchie did. Probably somewhere in South County in the mid-'80s. That's fun. That's fun for us.
It really is.
It resonates with our younger heterosexual listeners.
It's home. It's home.
The 9 o'clock hour is brought to you by 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance. Thank you for your sponsorship. How many phone calls do we wind up getting today?
None.
Collier and Thompson sponsored the phone lines, Doug.
Collier and Thompson's a great place. That's your go-to source for every design consideration. They carry the best of everything, really, but best cabinets, appliances, countertops in the business. When Collier and Thompson walks away from a job, you will be super happy and have a remodel that lasts a lifetime. Let them help you design your dream kitchen, your bathroom, basement, man cave, your bar, whatever. They do it all at Collier and Thompson, and they do it better than anyone in town. This is an industry where, you know, sometimes a guy up the street has a brother-in-law who thinks he can handle the job, and you do that to save a buck, and then you leave happy. You've wasted the money. You didn't get what you want. Collier and Thompson, 180 degrees the other direction. They've got absolute top-of-the-line contractors that handle everything that you want to do, whether it's electrical, plumbing, carpentry, you name it. They carry the top brands like Bosch, Thermador, Wolf, Sub-Zero, you name it. Old Stacy is the appliance guy. He'll run you through it and tell you what would work perfectly for your kitchen. Collier and Thompson is the place to go. Now, they're not the cheapest in town, but they're not the most expensive either. If you pay more than Collier and Thompson, you're just wasting your money. These guys will give you a top quality rehab of your home, whatever room you're looking to redo, and you will be very happy with it, or they will continue to work with you until you are. They do remodeling like nobody else. Remember, you don't just remodel, you know, many times. You do it only once or twice. So do it right and do it with the best at Collier and Thompson. They're on Manchester and Baldwin, next to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau, Torch Award for Ethics from the BBB. Collier and Thompson, come home to quality, online at collierandthompson.com.
Get involved on the program. Collier and Thompson phone line, 636-9004-TMA. Text into the Schaefer Door Company. Text inbox 314-881-TMA5. And you have time, but you don't have much of it.
Not a lot.
Email in for the Design, Air, Heating, and Cooling email today. And only 16 minutes more of me and Jackson on TMA for this week. But you get another hour of us on Balloon Party.
That's nice.
And then you get Liv Maddox, possibly. Has she announced, Iggy, if she's in?
She hasn't let me know yet.
And Marshy Marsh and Jackson, you talk about his sculpted biceps. Is that what you talk about?
Why would you?
No, I've never talked about his biceps, but the beard and his hair. The fact that guys out there have hair like Marsh, and I'm stuck with this rag up top.
Oh,
it's just proof that life isn't fair.
Well, go for another treatment at St. Louis Hair Restoration.
Yeah, what about that?
I could go everywhere and not have hair like that. That's roots. That's just different.
They can do great work there.
They do, but I mean, let's be realistic here.
I had a memory come up on Facebook. How old do you think this picture is? Me, Jay Jr., and
This
Ed
is a
Goodman
total
playing golf?
change of subject. This is the radio. You can't just.
I'm going to
scroll
show
through
it
your
on
phone, come
the
up with
thing.
a picture, and the people.
I'm just trying to think of when this picture is. Look how young me and Jay look.
Who's there in the middle?
Ed Goodman.
Ed Goodman.
KZK. I'll let the people see it.
Gosh, that's good radio.
Is there a picture of Iggy changing Leona Helmsley's pull-ups?
I just like when pictures of Jay pop up in my memories.
Okay. We're doing a radio show. You find a picture on your phone, and you start showing it to the other hosts.
I showed it to Tim, then
and
I showed it to
the people listening are supposed to know what's going on.
I showed it to the people up there.
Well, I mean, that's like a 0.3% of the audience, though. I enjoyed it. It was wonderful photos. Always great to see Jennings. And I would never have, you could give me 100 guesses, I wouldn't have guessed Ed Goodman. I thought it might have been Smitty.
Easy Ed. That's back in,
Easy Ed.
I think our show was in the same building as KCK. And 106.5, I think the Stephen DC show was there. I used to do sports updates for them.
Oh, did you?
Look at this. September 27th is Morning Show Host Day. National Morning Show Host Day. I mean, is that serendipitous or what?
How about that, Doug?
It's really nice.
They're just running out of things to make days.
What are we supposed to get?
What?
Didn't you say it's Morning Show Host Day?
That on Tim's birthday.
Don't we get something too out of this?
I get the day off.
That's right.
And the rest of us get bupkis?
You get to hang with Marcy and Liv Maddox.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have Dillian call in tomorrow. It's her
How about
birthday.
that, Doug?
It's her birthday as well. Maybe we'll have her call in to wish her happy birthday.
Doug, you got a huge day tomorrow.
She gonna be awake?
Wait.
Who's going to answer the phones?
Yeah, she lives in Florida.
Uh-oh.
Well, when you see
Chairman Steve's coming in to do the thing on Grove 23. Maybe he can answer the call.
Well, when you see the phone over there, when I know what time she's calling, we'll look at the phone to see if it's ringing. If it's or I can go back there and call her.
Nice.
We can figure it out. It's not rocket science.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, anybody else on the dais have Facebook memories to share? It's from the birthday hawk. Let me take a look.
Well, if you have a problem with me seeing a picture of Jay and feeling good about it and just telling Tim, then come back tomorrow.
Because you're going to do a lot more of that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'm going to go through all my Facebook memories tomorrow.
Oh.
I feel bad. I actually posted one. There's a memory that said, my office for the day. There's a picture of me in the press box at Busch Stadium.
You really did that. You really did it.
I can't believe I actually did that.
My office for the day.
I look cute. Maybe delete later.
That's at least funny. My office for the day. And the point of that is to try to make people jealous of your job.
Yeah, pretty much. Just humble brag them in the press box.
Mm-hmm. Did it work?
So excited.
Did a lot of people respond by saying, gee, I wish I was you. Wish I had that job.
I didn't look at the comments, to be honest with you.
Why don't you read some of those for us?
Well, let me look. Go back to my memories. Let's see.
Tim, add me on Snap. I send all my boys a few hot nudes on their B-Day. Would love to add you to the rotation. That's some sweet, sweet Kai.
It's a nice offer.
Excuse me. All right.
Let's see. There were 5 comments, Doug.
Okay.
Jane Lowenthal, who is my niece's mother-in-law.
Okay.
Not too shabby. Lon Blanchard. Lucky I've never been to the new stadium yet.
Yeah.
Jeff Afada, Brentwood High School boy. Paradise.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Mike, how you doing today?
This is kind of the fishing
Good, thanks.
you were looking for, wasn't it?
Andrea Matthews, not too bad, Iggy. And then Nika, my friend from Hito. Rough.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of what you were looking for.
Yeah, everybody liked it.
Yeah. It was a proud moment for you, for sure.
How many people are leaving and coming back tomorrow?
This is my office for the day.
Okay, gaslight girl boss gatekeep.
That's becoming my favorite drop.
What?
Excuse me while I got to text Dillian.
You're going to text Dillian now. Hello.
No, wait, Doug.
Okay. No, you can do it now. Go ahead.
Excuse me, I'm putting out a cigarette here.
Go ahead.
Throw something out, Doug.
Go ahead. I should take a picture of this desk right here with my coffee cups and everything and say, my office for the day. See what kind of engagement farming that produces.
Kind of a sloppy workstation.
I know.
That's got that dipe right there.
Which is weird because everywhere else I'm usually really well organized.
You got your mittens?
Except here, I have to have the mittens.
No.
I got Jackson's little life-saving
Hey,
device.
listen, trust me, I'm cool to get rid of that.
Okay.
Got your hot chocolate there. You got your
I know.
sash.
I'm going to clean up after the show. I'm going to clean
All your
up.
little
Little spring
Kleenex
cleaner.
there.
I'm feeling guilty about that.
Well, I about
Put all your Kleenex over there.
Yeah.
Wadded up necks.
I'm feeling guilty.
You're a little vulnerable.
Got to have the gong. I've got
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
Just check it in. Nope. Still out till 2025. That's Mr. Bojangles.
So you're obviously still listening because you're texting into the show. So
He just checked in. He'd been gone for a year or two. He listened back in and heard you going through your phone
does
and
he
said
know?
he's out again.
no, he said still out.
Introducing the first ever TMA Banty Brew, a 16-ounce canned wheat ale with orange and coriander, a cross between an American wheat and a Belgian wheat. This refreshing ale is made with white wheat, ground coriander, and fresh whole oranges. Head to any Salt and Smoke and now any Friar Tuck's location to try the TMA Banty Brew. Head to TMASTL.com to see the can and find a participating location to try it for yourself. The TMA Banty Brew. We have some right there in the corner. Looks like Jackson's stowing away.
Yeah.
Look at that. Take a look. For the Friends of the Feather who saw Iggy's picture with Jennings and Easy Ed Goodman, now you're going to be rewarded with the Banty Brew can. That's why you always got to be watching on YouTube. Telling you.
You know what? My son went to buy some of those at Friar Tuck's, and the guy said, these are selling hotter than any other beer we have.
Is that right?
That's what he told him.
It's HD2 season around St. Louis. How you like the weather, bitches?
What Schnook's waiting for? Make your order.
Well, I don't know that we need to berate Craig Schnook right now. But
too busy selling peanuts.
No, just we could have it at Schnook's. We could have it at
Well,
Deerberg's.
sure.
We could have it at
Hampton House of Liquors.
Yeah, I know the boys at Grossi's want some in there.
that shelf space is valuable. It's hard to get in those stores.
Not when you're stars.
Man, after this beer sale, we're all going to live in Huntley.
Yeah, like Clooney with the tequila.
That's right.
Well, are we getting royalties from this?
Casa Amigos. Right? Casa Amigos?
Casamigos, yep.
Did they have to get your permission, if you don't mind me asking?
For what?
Well, you own the show, the rights to it, don't you?
I own the intellectual property.
Oh, just the
Inside STL does.
To use our pictures on the can?
Yeah, I mean, normally you have to get a release before you.
I don't know.
That's a cartoon. It's not
Let's
really
let him make a couple million, and then we'll look into it.
Yeah, it's always better to litigate that way. Is there an agreement? Just like the quarterback at UNLV. Got a verbal agreement. Tim, happy early birthday. Hope you're rewarded with what you deserve.
Well, what is that?
That's Scott's wrinkled ball sack. Iggy, do you think he's implying?
Yeah, I think so. Well, he's been applying for years.
It's always the guy, though. You know what I mean?
Right. You never.
Yeah, it'd be different if she would text in and say, "Iggy or Tim, my husband's right. I really do want you and Anna Marie to come over."
Well,
I enjoy watching girls together.
That's Joe.
I think it's Wellington.
That's Wellington.
It was?
But it's something we all agree with. Real talk, will someone send a 4-pack to the Cape for me, please? That's Sweet, Sweet Kai. Jackson, you going to send him a 4-pack?
I can take care of that. I don't know what the rule is on shipping alcohol.
I think it's good, right?
No, you're not supposed to ship liquids, especially
supposed to ship
liquor.
liquids?
Especially liquor. I actually sent my my brother-in-law some scotch for Christmas last year, and I brought it to the post office. He goes, "Now there's no liquor in here, is there?" I said, "No, just some candy." So I shipped it. So I guess you still can't ship liquor.
You can go to any.
Ooh, your mic's off, Brad.
Well, I was trying to rip some Post-it note. You can go to any Friar Tuck's or Salt and Smoke location, pick up a 4-pack for yourself.
There you go.
Right.
Yeah, you can see Tom get that brisket, too. John Score says, Marshy is a magnificent creature. You like that, Doug?
Okay, no, I don't. Stop it.
Chairman, you said odds I have to pot down his mic tomorrow at some point, minus 300.
Just getting the sports book rolling a little bit.
You're going to be potting down people's mics?
Nah, I doubt it.
That's going to create an awkward environment.
Well, while you got some power, you might as well throw your weight around a little bit.
Got a nice email from Bobby Tejas.
Oh,
Iggy,
what does that mean? Are you going through your phone again?
No, everybody gets it. It's to the external thing, whatever that is.
I delete those things instantaneously.
Yeah, Buck Wing, I'm really deleting all of his.
What the hell's Buck Wing?
He sent in about 8.
Sounds like a running back from the early 60s.
Doug, you ever covered Buck Wing?
If I'm not mistaken.
What's the name Buck Wing? In the
Sounds like something Keith Jackson would say.
No, if I'm not mistaken, and I doubt this guy is using this name because of that, but I think there was a Stooges episode where they're in the courthouse because somebody got shot and they were blaming it on Buck Wing. Iggy, please Monday yourself. Too much talky today, and we all know what live in tomorrow will be the Strode Show. Give us 12 minutes of peace today, please. Thank you. Well, too late for that. There's only 5 minutes left in the show.
Yeah.
There you go. And that means it's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Buck Wing.
Yeah, he's a real loser.
Oh, gosh.
There's always a danger of going to the well once too often, unless that well is starting off my emails with talking about how tremendous Tim is, because today he once again proved I am right. And the Butchie story, well, that well runs deep in my memory bank, but I too have been lucky with the fellas, and that's why this email is about the first time another man choked my chicken.
No.
We was all up at Crestwood, Sunoco. Up came driving a LeBaron convertible. Out jumps a khaki tall drink of water. Hey, you Golden Griffins, this is Pioneer turf. Get out of here before things get rough. I was young and foolish, so I mouthed off to him. As the crowd laughed, I saw both anger and horniness in his piercing blue Welsh eyes. Then I found out Ruff was a firm grip with his man hands, faster than Kenny Reed scooping up a grounder. His hand was down my pant. He threw me on my back and was giving me some hand-to-gland combat. As I was about to just burst, he said, "Oh no, fella, save the good stuff for me." And then he lowered his naked buttocks onto my blood sausage.
Oh!
Suddenly, I was like Indiana Jones finding a sweet dig. He screamed, "Ow, my ass hurts and I like it." It was so hot. Within 30 seconds, I was Phil Kip up his cavity with my nizzle drizzle.
No.
Phil Kip. It's from Mike. His last name's Rochburns.
What was that last name?
Rochburns.
Mike Roch-Bernay.
I'm 40 years old. One possess age and maturity.
What?
Just read what's in the prompter. But I'm not some senile old man. Jackson says he's looking for an older fellow with wisdom. Well, I have wisdom. I also have experience and plenty of lube. I even have a hint of gray in my beard and in my pubes.
No.
Ledoux, just say the word and I'll guide you. I'm older, but I'm not elderly. I've got the knowledge you're looking for, but I'm still flexible and agile, which really comes in handy when we're getting freaky in the sack. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm very bendable, but at the same time, I don't mind bending you over either.
Oh.
Of course, in public, I'll just be your life Sherpa. In private, we'll treat each other like rag dolls. You won't even need that crusty old Frank Haith body pillow when we're done exploring each other's bodies, like Lewis and Clark, because I'm going to drain you dry. Let me be your Bruce Bochy. Let me be your Lindy Ruff, because I definitely like it rough. I can't wait to peep that thick, juicy dumper.
Okay.
Hard to believe we won't see Tim or Pale until Monday. Hurry back, boys, and happy birthday, Tim. 4, please. JV golf coach now bottoming.
JV golf coach now bottoming.
Boys, boys, boys. I'm glad you got a look at my hairy nerp today because they've been on full display. Pitbull Yanker here. That's 0 days since yanking it to Pitbull, Doug. Coming at you from the Far East. Yesterday I mentioned bathrooms. How about today we broach the topic of Japanese bathhouses? These incredible historic gyms are called onsens. At first I was a little intimidated to strip down and enjoy a bath with strangers, but these little men over here sure are cute.
Oh.
The only awkward part about being in the buff is that you have to cover your tattoos to enter the bath. I only have a couple, so it's not a big to-do. Honestly, the awkward part is having a giant bandage on me bum. At times, it's mistaken as a tramp stamp because it's kind of high. But that's more because I have a rump that resembles the back of a coffee bean.
Gosh.
Flat with a slit down the middle. If you drew a line parallel to my crack, my ink is clearly below board.
Oh.
So it's not a tramp stamp. Even more awkward, though, is trying to explain the contents of said ass tat. Doug might have the same problem, but how would you boys explain having the name of your Catholic grade school tattooed on your left butt cheek? Did I mention it's in the Godfather font?
With a gun?
And that 2 of my oldest friends have the same one. It's pretty cool, isn't it? This is definitely not weird and totally normal for a St. Louisan to do, right? Well, anyways, gotta go. There's a battle of sake and 2 dozen dumplings with my name on it, and my high hole is ready to nyam.
High hole.
Arigato. That's 0 days since yanking it to Pitbull.
0 days. Pitbull.
Sounds like having fun in Japan.
I don't usually email in, but I feel obligated to. Tomorrow's Tim's birthday, and if one of the presidential candidates came up with a campaign promise that on day 1 they would make September 27th a federal holiday to celebrate Tim McKernan being born, they would win the election in a landslide. This way we can finally get rid of December 25th holiday because we know who the real Jesus is. They also should make it a law that moving forward, all babies born on September 27th are required to be named Tim. Happy birthday, Tim. We'll all miss you tomorrow. Doug, that's married.
Broke the dog.
That isn't broken.
You gotta knock over your hot chocolate.
Gosh, it's getting a little much. Who was that, Tim?
Mayor Don.
Mayor Don.
And finally, and he needs to win 3 straight to force the playoff.
Don't let him get 1.
The Cardinals are coming, tra-la, tra-la. Well, they were eliminated from the watered-down MLB postseason last week, but let's move the goalposts and pop the champagne to celebrate that they won't be having back-to-back losing seasons for the first time since the Darnell Coles era. Manager Ali Marmol is probably going to back because the people in charge value his ability to absorb blame without trashing the front office. We're sitting here again talking about the same things? It's about time we dug into the goings and comings and comings and goings of UNLV athletics. But why is Jackson parroting the one-sided talking points of former Lutheran North coach Carl Reed, who is now listed as PR contact for UNLV's offensive coordinator? I miss the old days when UNLV transfers would decide where to play in the wee hours of the morning after staying on all night at the strip club. But enough about H. Waldman. I'm not sure any of this matters because Doug and Iggy seem content to vote for the same tired gay erotica penned by a 50-something man from South County. Look, I've never had my hole penetrated at a long-shuttered business at Afton or Crestwood, nor would I pretend that I had to win a stupid contest with no prize. I'm not a complicated man. I don't want to win an Oscar, and I don't want to reinvent the wheel. I like simple pleasures, like butter in my ass and psilocybin in my system. That's just me. That's just something that I enjoy. Call me crazy, call me a pervert, but there's one little thing that I'm going to do in this life, and that's this. I'm going to compulsively email into this presentation and weave together funny moments of nitwittery whether you vote for me or not. That's Buck Swope with his mission statement. And that's what we have for the Design Air Heating and Cooling Email a Day.
Well, because he stuck mostly to sports and not to violence, I'm going to vote for Buck Swope. Buck Swope got my vote just now.
Why?
I just explained it, because he stuck mostly to sports and not to the vileness.
I'm, in honor of Tim, I'm going to go with Mayor Don.
Oh, for the federal holiday.
Yeah.
I thought the best email was 0 days since yanking it to Pitbull. So Jackson has a lot of power here. I mean, you can create drama for tomorrow's show. I mean, it's your call. This is your moment.
Buck Swope.
Oh!
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Iggy's not happy.
It was nothing.
It was a nice little email this morning.
Buck Swope has closed the gap to 2. Chairman Kurt and Liv Maddox, Stephen Wildwood, they'll all be voting tomorrow, along with Marshy Marsh, Doug, and Iggy. Jackson and I will be sleeping in and together in the Hamptons.
You're going together, right?
Mm-hmm. I know we're going down the hallway together now.
You going to bring any clothes at all?
Ooh, bad boys. Yeah.
If it ain't skimpy, it ain't coming.
I like that. Time for us to head down the hallway and deal with it. We'll be fine, though. It's fine. We'll close out the 9 o'clock hour, brought to you by 5P Academy and Hustle and Heart Sports Performance. For Jackson, Bennett Burkett, Chairman Kurt, Kenneth Iggy Strode, my brother Kevin, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, I'm Tim McKernan. This has been TMA, presented to you by Brown & Group.
Want to take on some legends of TMA?
Sound the same to someone who gives a damn about the best fans in baseball.